Maybe Sam's right.
Like, it was not offensive to me when I first saw it, but now that I'm just zeroing in on performance, he's bad at acting.
Yeah,
like,
if I saw this, I don't know if I would have thought anything about it, but now that you're saying it, it's like, you know what? You're kind of bringing up some good points.
He's noticeably bad at this.
Yeah.
I don't believe anything about this.
I think what did it for most people was how he replaced Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men. And so poorly, right?
Yeah.
My dad hates Ashton because of that.
Because of 2.5 Men?
Yes, like he sucks in that show. And I feel like maybe it was the way that happened where it was like we lost Charlie and then we got this guy.
Yeah.
So like by comparison, it was like, well, you're not him.
Right, and Charlie was the man. Yeah, maybe. I never cared about 2.5 Men, but I'm sure that a lot of people did.
It was probably that.
And for a lot of people, it probably was that. Maybe it was that Steve Jobs movie for me.
That movie made you angry.
That's probably everything he's ever done because he's not good.
But
he's not good.
He overexposed himself too.
He did.
Nobody wanted that new Punk'd.
No. Look, I can watch The Butterfly Effect because it's like a kind of a cheesy movie of the era, but he's not good in Butterfly Effect either. He's not good at acting in The Butterfly Effect.
Was he good in anything?
Just
He was
Kelso.
good in that 70s show.
He's good as Kelso on 70s Show.
And that's rewatchable.
And Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, where's my car?
What did the two
Valentine's Day? Anyone see that one?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when they were
like 18,000 celebrities in it.
when they were doing that trend of like every holiday gets a movie.
There was like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, and we're gonna like pack it full of celebrities. You drop the phone, bud.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Small desk over here. And
No,
I
that's all
got Butterfingers.
You're a big guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like when
I
they
didn't
would
see
like
this, but I
Yeah,
remember.
he was okay.
they would create like massive casts of people.
There's a billion people.
Right, right, and they did that for New Year's
Taylor
Eve.
Swift
They
and
did-
Taylor Lautner were
Right,
in it.
right, right.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, they were together.
No, yeah, the two Taylors, they say. Let's see if there's any more Ashton, because I'm glad I've sold Troy on this. I've ruined Ashton Kutcher for Troy.
This is the closest to the fountain of youth anyone's ever going to
See,
get.
like that's better
Of
acting.
course, comes
Yeah,
with problems.
That's way better acting.
The beauty has been mutating out in the wild.
This is better acting too.
6 months. Fix the books.
See, that sucks.
International virus to
You see what I'm saying?
We're gonna fix this. We're gonna find it.
That's better
It's
acting.
an STD that people will actually want.
See, that sucks. Even in that one line, hit pause. It's terrible. Every other scene, every actor is like, oh, that's at least decent, presentable acting. Like, I'm not saying it's like, oh, give them an award. I'm just saying it's like, oh yeah, that looks like they're professional actors.
You gonna watch it?
I got to now. I got to because I can't believe it.
The premise is good.
I know, because the substance.
Yeah.
Yeah. The substance was amazing. I love that movie.
It's a little different, but yeah.
But I mean, like, I would have gotten Dennis Quaid to come in and do the Ashton Kutcher role. When you know what Dennis Quaid was great in?
I mean, everything.
The substance.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot he was
have him come in with those big teeth and play the Ashton Kutcher role.
Oh yeah, eat some shrimp.
Yeah, lean all the way in.
God, that movie's good.
It's the best. And then I see this, I'm like, what is he doing?
Is he gonna host New Year's Eve?
I don't know, man. Yeah. You're our new girl. Okay, I think go back like 5 seconds, Mike, because I think it's an Ashton scene. No, like this scene we're starting. Yeah, you're fine. Right there.
That people will actually want.
You are.
Oh, he's just doing a thumbs up.
Do not kill my vibe.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think he's trying to be like Justin Timberlake in the Facebook movie. All right, that's it. That's it. Now they're just showing things that make people excited. Yeah, I think he's trying to be like that Justin Timberlake in the Facebook movie type of tech bro.
All the people in that trailer, by the way, beautiful.
Beautiful. They're beautiful people. It's perfect. It couldn't be any better. But yeah, I was just like taken aback. And it's rare that I see a commercial where I'm like, what is that one actor doing? But he did. I mean,
In a bad way.
bad. Bad way.
Yeah, I think you're right, dude.
He's a bad actor, dude.
I think so.
It's not just because I wanted a good Steve Jobs movie, which, by the way, we still haven't gotten. Even the other one wasn't great. And I don't mind the acting in it or whatever. It just wasn't that great of a movie. That book's amazing, that Steve Jobs book.
Yeah. Yeah.
They haven't done a good Steve Jobs movie. But the Ashton Kutcher one's specifically hideous. It's terrible. And I can tell you why.
He's a bad actor.
It's not the guy who played Steve Wozniak. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That just stuck out to me. Tomorrow will be a best of for one day. I apologize. I have to travel tomorrow. I just remembered again. I forgot again, but I did remember again. I'll be traveling tomorrow, but only tomorrow. I'll be back on Wednesday.
You sure?
I think so. I'm going to Los Angeles for like 5 hours.
You going to Disney?
No, Disney's in Anaheim. It would take just as long.
It's a quick drive. I've done it before.
Well, I don't have that. I don't have the hours.
You're flying to LA tomorrow,
Yes.
and then you're doing an event,
Yes.
and then you get on a flight and go right back.
Yes.
Oh boy, we're gonna be exhausted on Wednesday.
I'll be fine.
No, you're gonna be loopy.
Can you go to Air One for me and bring some back?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Can you go to Disney for me? Bring something back?
Yep. I got all the time in the world.
You gonna hit your spot?
What spot?
Don't you have a sandwich spot out there you like?
Oh yeah. Yep. Yes, I am.
Good.
No Disney. Thank you for the reminder. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good one.
There's more Sam Roberts Show after this.
The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
I got in trouble on the air. I thought I was going to marry a Caribbean queen. Instead, I got a chubby girl from Everett, and her brother, he was pissed. He's like, I don't really take kind to that. You're calling her chubby on the radio. And I go, Richie, really quick, she was a cheerleader, right? Yeah, she was a cheerleader. I go, where was she on the pyramid? He just started laughing. He goes, she was the bottom. But listen, the thing is...
The Bonfire, weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on Faction Talk or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Johnny's on his couch. It's almost game time, and he's fiddling with the remote. He can't find the game. He's really struggling. He's not going to find it. He threw the remote. He has thrown the remote.
Is this your sports experience? With live sports on the SiriusXM app, all the big games are just a tap away.
Wait. Johnny's pulling out his phone. He's got the SiriusXM app. He's listening to the game. I did it. Have yourself a day, Johnny. Have yourself a day.
Are you romantically in love with your cell phone carrier? Heart emoji. I've never heard anyone say that they love paying over $1,000 a year for cell service. Chuck McDowell here to save you money and find true love with Red Pocket Mobile. Forget everything you think you know about cell carriers. Red Pocket Mobile has reinvented cell phone service with better coverage, better rates, and better service. With premium 5G plans starting at just $10 a month, you're guaranteed the best combination of service and pricing, period. Plus, Red Pocket gives you not one, but all 3 major 5G networks to choose from for the best coverage ever. And you get to keep your phone and number. Now that's something to fall in love with. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch now and get 1 locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in less than 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
Business owners, have you ever considered cashing out and selling your company? If so, it could be worth a lot more than you think. If your business has annual revenues of $10 million to $250 million, you need to call the experts at Carnegie Point. With over 20 years of experience, we specialize in helping business owners like you navigate the process of selling your company smoothly, confidentially, and for the best possible price. Did you know that depending on your industry, you can potentially sell for 5 to over 10 times your annual net earnings? This means that we typically sell our clients' businesses at valuations of $20 million to over $200 million. We know that selling your business can be a big decision. That's why we take the time to understand your goals and guide you through every step of the process. Call Carnegie Point for your free company financial analysis and our expert opinion on what your business is worth. Call 800-599-2022. That's 800-599-2022. Or visit CarnegiePoint.com.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, and saved $2,100 a month. One call, life changed. Don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 855-2PRONTO or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. Start the new year by wiping out all higher interest debt and lowering your bills by thousands. Call 855-2PRONTO now and see how much cash you can get today. Loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender. NMLS 1661781. APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
The first apartment I lived in, we were like, yeah, these windows here are great, but like they don't stay open. And he gave us a nice laminated stick.
Yeah.
So your window to be open, your choices were all the way or not at all. Because he didn't give us various size sticks.
The Bonfire, weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on Faction Talk or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
So am I the only one who thinks watching TV is way too complicated?
Not at all. It's ridiculous. There are too many services, and don't get me started on the cost.
Good thing we found Philo, a better way to TV.
I know, right? For as low as $33 a month, we get the best live channels, MTV, BET, Food Network, plus all the hit movies and shows from AMC+.
And since they've added access to HBO Max Basic with ads plan and Discovery Plus to their core package, it's the best deal out there. Now we get to watch all the TV we love with just one subscription.
I love that there are no contracts or hidden fees. Just great TV for an affordable price.
And come on, how great is their DVR? We can save all our shows, rewatch them for up to a year, and skip the ads. It's a total game changer.
Signing up was so easy, too. You just went to philo.tv and locked in the best price.
Yep, a few taps for philo.tv, and we were on our way.
Well, Philo was the easiest decision we've ever made. Now the hard one is deciding what to binge next.
You check your 401k, shake your head and wonder, is this really growing fast enough? You've thought about trading, but the learning curve, the stress, and the time it takes, it's just not realistic. And the idea of losing money because of one bad decision, that's enough to keep most people on the sidelines. That's why TrueTrade was created, to give you a smarter, simpler way to trade. TrueTrade's automated system takes emotion out of the equation, using technology that trades for you, even while you're living your life. And here's what makes TrueTrade different. When you download the TrueTrade app and sign up, they'll guarantee to fund each of your trading accounts with $50,000 or more in trading capital and no service fees for 12 months. So you can start building passive income without risking your own money or spending years trying to learn the market. To take advantage of our offer and secure your $50,000 in funding, download the TrueTrade app today on iOS and Android, or go to TrueTrade.io. That's TrueTrade.io. TrueTrade, where technology earns for you.
The road to Super Bowl 60 continues January 17th and 18th with the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax. And it's heating up.
This place is absolutely jam-packed.
8 teams, 4 games, 2 days, 1 chance to make it to Championship Sunday.
This is history!
The divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax. Action kicks off at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, January 17th. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Paul Verzi is here.
Yes, sir.
New podcast is out, and I was tracking the progress. I was tracking when you were shooting episodes.
Oh, were you?
I was excited about the fact. I was just
thank
saying before you came in. It's called Paul's Best Podcast. New episodes are out on Wednesdays.
Yes.
But I really like seeing people now that there are so many podcasts, now that, it's been done.
Yeah.
Seeing people who put work in, who come up with a theme, who work hard to get good guests, who really have a good studio, good production value, like the whole thing, and you're doing it right, man.
No, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that, because that's what the idea was. Like, I did Verzi Effect forever, but it was the old model. A lot of times I did it from home. A lot of times I didn't do it on the same day. All Things Comedy was great and everything, but I was like, let's get this thing right. Like, let's get a studio.
Yes.
I don't want and I want it to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not here to shit on anybody or anybody's podcast, but everybody's talking. All these comedians, everybody's talking tariffs and politics and Trump and who's going to be the Democratic candidate. You know, it's like I don't want to do that. And I don't want to, and all these comics, a lot of comics having beef with each other. It's turned into this thing where I'm like, no, why don't I just get somebody that's awesome and we'll talk about the best of what that person knows.
Right.
And it could be anything. We could be sitting with somebody that you think it's going to go this way.
Right.
If I have Sam Roberts on and you're like, oh, Paul's going to talk about the best wrestlers with Sam.
Yeah, sure.
But what if we didn't?
Yeah, right.
What if we talked about best spots in Westchester? What if we talked about
there's a lot of them.
Best arguments with our wives?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And so people don't know when they tune in. They might. They have
an idea, maybe.
Maybe have an idea, but then they're like,
go in a different direction.
Dude, we could do cartoon character. We could do bubble. But what's your best bubble gum? Like, it's like, no, I mean, that would be nuts. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, that's what the show is. So like, Pete Davidson was the first guest. Today is the fourth guest, which is John Feidelberg from Barstool, was great.
Oh, that's great.
But it was Pete was first. Pete Davidson. Then it was Dan Soder. Then it was Mark Norman. Now I have John Feidelberg. But,
Killers, by the way. Killers.
Yeah. So Pete and I did best TV episodes of all time. Of TV series. So Pete talked a lot about.
Are you talking episode specific? Like meaning like what, or what's your favorite TV show?
So it was kind of both, but we kind of wanted to get specific. It was kind of episodes of.
I love it.
So he did a lot of Everyone Loves Raymond, and he did a lot of Sopranos, which is so different.
100%.
But like talking about certain episodes, like for me. Season 4, episode 1 of Yellowstone was one of the greatest episodes of television I've ever seen in history.
Right.
So like where my hand is over my mouth for 45 minutes because I can't believe the shit that happened. So we wanted to do that. Me and Dan Soder talked about our favorite live sporting events we ever went to from a kid till now. So that's what the show is. So you don't know. I also have Super Bowl champion coming on. I have I got the Watch King coming on in a couple weeks. So he talks about the best ways to negotiate buying like a Rolex. And all
that's great because you can also use that.
Dude.
Whatever you're negotiating.
Dude, he just came in and he was just like, yeah, you come in and you tell me what you ask me, what you think it's worth, I send you out. He goes, you need to come in with a number. Right. So he goes, because I know you're not ready and I don't want to do that to you and I know you don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to send you out. You're going to figure it out and come back. And I'm like, that's what people want to hear. So
100%.
It's different. It's not just the same comedy bubble.
Right.
It's going to be, you're going to see.
And it's that relatable conversation that we all love. Like we were talking about earlier today, like just fun conversations. Like some conversations just like I'm having a good time in this conversation. I like discussing or listening to funny people discuss best TV episodes. I'm interested in hearing this negotiation thing because I think, you know, in most people's lives, they find themselves in some kind of a negotiation for something.
Yep.
And there are only a few people that are really trained to know what those negotiation techniques really are.
Exactly, because people get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
People don't know Rolexes. People think it's cool. They like the flash. They don't know what they're doing.
No.
You know what I mean? But imagine if I had Adam Sandler on and we literally did best cartoon characters of all time, and we talked about that for 45 minutes.
It'd be great.
So because people think, oh, is Adam Sandler going to talk about movies?
Right.
Is he going to talk about his movies? Oh, no. They talked about Bugs Bunny for 50 minutes.
Right.
Like, that's kind of what the show is. So
I love that.
Yeah. I think so. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I tell the guests, I'm like, dude, we're going to shoot the shit for 10 minutes, and then we're going into this.
What we're here to do.
Yeah.
We're here to determine the best something.
Dude, I got to get you on, and all you got to do is you just figure out the best you want to talk, and I'll talk.
I got a lot of
and
opinions.
Here's the deal. I'll talk.
I love lists, too. I love lists. I love tournaments.
Oh, you're a list guy?
Lists and tournaments. I love really crafted because when you start breaking down what's the best, like we're right in the middle. And when I say in the middle, we've literally been working on this for what's it been, 3 months? Yeah. For the last 3 months on the show, we've been, because 3 months ago, Troy said Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger might be the best alt-rock one-hit wonder of the 1990s.
Is the best.
You said is. I said that's an insane statement to make.
Okay.
So we started the discussion at that point.
Oh.
We then brought it. This is what we've come up with. I'm not kidding. This is our bracketology.
Got an NCAA bracket.
I said the only way to do this fairly, right?
Well, you're a psychopath. There's something wrong with you to do that.
Yeah. I said, here's what we have to do. And we have to get a lot of people involved. We have to get callers involved. We have to get guests involved. We have to get everybody. I said, we're going to come up with a list of the quintessential 64 Okay, the
One-hit
90s alt rock of the 90s.
Oh, this is you can't even. This is not even like just one-hit wonders of music.
This is rock.
Wow.
1990s.
That's nuts.
I said we need to come up with 64, and it got so like the conversation got so big. Like the people that were like just randomly listening and then hitting me up. Like I told, like one day, Colin Quinn just hits me up like he's furious. Because of the people. I said, okay, then come on. We come up with our list. We did a draft special. Where we drafted the songs into 4 quadrants.
Oh, my God.
That's why you got the 4 quadrants here.
That's so great.
And then now we're in the process of going through the quadrants to come up with our Elite 8, our Final 4.
That's incredible. You know what would be amazing? If one of those band members got involved, called you guys.
And said, like, this is
and
bullshit.
was like, hey, dude, how are we not in the top? Listen, it might have been a one-hit. How are we not in the Elite 8?
Right. Right.
And
there's been a lot of
they're probably reaching out. I'm sure they're gonna hear in some way, shape, or form.
This thing has taken on, and that's what I'm saying about this podcast. It's so great because these conversations take on a life of their own.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago, a video just gets sent to us. Chris Cuomo was doing his show, his news show, and at the end of the Chris Cuomo news program, he opens up the phones, and somebody called up, like out of the blue.
Yeah.
We just got the video. And said, hey, Chris, just wanted to discuss a couple things. You know, the conflict in the Middle East is going crazy, blah, blah, blah. But also, I wanted to know, could you please tell Sam Roberts and Troy Kwan that the Butthole Surfers are not a one-hit wonder?
No.
And it's just on News Nation.
What?
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, that's when you know you're doing something right.
Right.
That's when you know.
But it's also like that. It's a fun conversation.
Dude, me and Bobby Kelly on Bone to Pick screamed at each other because I said oatmeal cookies can fucking go against any cookie. A good oatmeal. A good oatmeal. Okay, listen, I know. Dude, a good cinnamon oatmeal, a good oatmeal cookie. I'm talking soft in the middle.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking a good oatmeal. And he did the traditional chocolate chip. I get it. Chocolate chip is probably a better closer after a meal. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Sicilian, dude. I know.
I mean, you got chocolate chip, you got black and white, you got rainbow, s'mores.
Rainbow, s'mores. Now we're getting childish.
Snickerdoodle. Wow, it's delicious.
A s'mores cookie?
S'mores cookie, of course.
I'm not 100% sure what he's talking about. A s'more is not a cookie.
I know, but they can make it into a cookie.
No,
it's just chocolate.
No, it's got to be a classic cookie.
Well,
that
wasn't specified.
His wife is a dessert chef, so he's not really in the conversation.
No. Listen, I'm not gonna shit on a s'mores cookie. And listen, but I'm just saying, like,
he's a little more highfalutin than the rest of us, is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, and you know what's funny? I was with somebody, and I go get that cookie, and it was an oatmeal at this. I go get the cookie.
First of all, just the way your command over the English language, I find so entertaining. Let me tell you something. Go get that cookie.
We were at and they had it in the case. I go get the cookie. And they got the cookie, and they were like, that's fucking really good.
It's a good cookie.
I understand the argument, and I understand. But I think the oatmeal cookie, a little warm and soft and the right ingredients, hits really hard and is underrated. That's all. So we got into this whole thing.
Yeah.
But you're right. It made for, dude, the comments that came in.
Of course.
And listen, it was like 70-30 chocolate chip versus but the comments that came in, the way people went, it got like visceral, then it got happy. It was
passion.
That to me is better than, dude, so what do you think? Like, is Trump declining? I can't do that. I can't do it.
Same.
Okay.
I'm with you. I mean, the fact that you just said that, and I started instantly in my head crafting an 8-cookie tournament to see what would
Well, I will tell you this. For me right now, my a top-notch fresh rainbow.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Is a game changer.
And I find it so odd that the rainbow cookie in some circles is a controversial cookie in the sense that people will be like people will say rainbow cookies suck.
And
I go, I just don't. It's a lack of education, maybe. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's just it's a white trash, unsophisticated palate.
That's right.
You know, if you don't like that, you know. But it is funny watching grown men scream about cookies.
It's great.
Dude, I mean, we were like, talking about ingredients. It's fucking savory after, you know? But a cookie, this is why, can I say something? This is why I like you.
Tell me.
This is why I like you. This is why I fucking come here.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It's because I know when I talk about this, you get it.
Yeah.
You can't get that always.
No.
Now, here's what I was thinking about on the train. I was like, oh my God, this is a perfect dude to talk to about this.
Okay.
So 3 nights ago, I started the Ed Gein thing. I wasn't going to watch it.
Okay.
Okay?
I've got opinions.
I have. Okay, good. Because I got opinions too.
Okay.
So we got to get into this.
Okay.
So everyone's like, don't watch it. Then like my wife had like a little party with some of the women in our community, and I just heard them over wine going, I turned it off after the second episode. I couldn't watch. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. So part of me was just like, I don't know. And I was coming out of a little depression funk that I was dealing with. I was like, I don't know if I need to see this. I started feeling better. I go downstairs. I'm like, let me see. Let me watch the first episode or two. Okay. Great acting.
Yep.
Great acting.
Yes.
I got to say that. Like that off the top is like the great acting, and what's her name, Lauren Metcalf. She's like, and
Charlie Hunnam.
Dude, Charlie Hunnam is like,
great.
He's absolutely killing it.
He put the work in.
He definitely put the work in, and he's probably had to have some fucking therapy after doing that. Okay, but here's the thing.
Right.
It got too confused. I don't know if I'm watching a guy skin people. I don't know if Alfred Hitchcock's a pervert. I don't know if what.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah, is Alfred Hitchcock a pervert? Is the guy from Psycho gay? I don't know.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it goes back to this, and then people are like, I ranted about this, and people are like, Paul, at the end it all comes together. Fine, but the way they're making this, the way and listen, I have like half of an episode to go. So he's in like the mental institute. It's done for me. And I'm going, they could have made this a little more fucking simple.
Yes.
And I got to be honest, it was the first time, though, that I'm watching something. When his girlfriend was like, why don't you just have sex with the dead body while I'm gone? Dude, that was the first time that I was, by the way, spoiler alert, that was the first time where, as a grown man, I actually just had to turn. Like, I just started scrolling, dude. I'm not joking. When he
I gotta get on TikTok or something. This is not good.
I really did. Like, when he pulled the panties down off the dead body and, like, moved, I was like, and, like, pulls his pants down. That had to, even Charlie Hunnam, that had to fuck him up.
Has to fuck him up.
Right?
Because he really was in it. Like, he was in that role.
Yeah.
And I will say that about the show. Charlie Hunnam's great, but Charlie Hunnam's great in general. I love Sons of Anarchy. Like,
he's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor. He's such a good actor that I felt for him when he found out that he was schizophrenic and like started to cry.
Right.
It was like, there's a pill that's going to help you.
Right.
And he actually had like gratitude. That was when I was like, holy shit, like this dude is actually making me. I watched what he did.
Yes.
And you knew he was fucked up. One of my favorite parts was when he just showed up to the house and all the cops are there.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's going on here? It's like, I don't know, dude. You got bodies all over the place.
I mean, what do you think? We found the shoebox of labias.
The guy's mother was strung up and like, just totally, her body was cut in half, dismembered.
Oh, hi,
and
boys.
he just goes, that was unnecessary when the guy punched him. Like, the son punched him in the face. He goes, boy, that's not fair.
So, listen, because I love all the serial killer stuff. Obviously, I love horror movies, like all of it. It's great.
Yep.
From the trailer, and these guys in here, they say, you're being too critical, I said, I guarantee I'll be proven right. From the trailer, I said, why the hell is Ed Gein made to be so sexy? He's not a sexy man. In real life, he was not a sexy man. This Charlie Hunnam's got a great body on him. Even with a lazy eye, he's got that handsome face. I go, this is not Ed Gein. You're sexualizing Ed Gein. So from the trailer, I was like, okay, hopefully I can get past that.
Great point.
Hopefully I can get past that. I was out after that Psycho episode. I hated the same thing. I'm like, what do I care about? If I'll watch a show about Hitchcock. I find Hitchcock interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm not watching a show about Hitchcock.
No.
I'm watching a show about Ed Gein. And then you tell me that Tony Perkins, like, well, you see, the same way Ed Gein was dealing with his monster, Tony Perkins was dealing with his monster.
Yep.
And I'm like, being a closeted homosexual and having sex with dead people is not the same monster.
No, and like this guy's getting blown in a movie theater, and then Ed Gein's wearing his like mother's friend's face or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not.
It's not the same. And they're showing Ed Gein do the scene from Psycho. Ed Gein didn't do the scene from Psycho.
Right.
He never did that.
I know.
And so then I come in here and I'm complaining about it. And Travis, who sounds like Ed Gein, is like, you just have to give it a little time. Which, by the way, that's not what Ed Gein sounded like.
It all comes together like a puzzle.
That's right.
I didn't say that.
You see? But that's not what the dude sounded like either. Ed Gein's voice didn't sound like that.
Yeah, so they...
Right? And then you keep going.
Yep.
And finally, and it's tough for Travis to do this, he finally had to come forward and go, okay, you might have been right. This might be a ridiculous show.
Yeah.
Bro, and I can't, and I mean, the people who are like, it all comes together in the end, It's not true. None of it's true. None of it happened.
There's so much fiction in
It's
that show.
bullshit.
That's what I don't like, where they're like, oh, the real Ed Gein didn't kill as many people.
He didn't kill as many people. He might have. He might not have.
Yeah.
The girlfriend relationship was completely fictionalized. None of that stuff happened.
That girl didn't exist?
There was a girl that existed that at one point said she was his girlfriend, but then later said, I was lying about that. We just kind of knew each other.
Okay, because she wanted a little bit of notoriety.
Right. But
Got
and by the way, not a looker. Bad bet, not a looker, this girl in real life.
And what I didn't like is when they went roller skating and she started saying how she loved dead bodies. It's just
none of that happened.
And she happens to be with Ed Gein saying that, not knowing.
Right.
You
That's the girl in real life. She's nuts.
Yeah, she looks.
None of it happened.
Yeah, that's
And then they
not,
go.
that's not how they arrested him. He didn't show up at the house, and all the cops were. That never happened.
That didn't happen. There's a scene at the end, without spoilers, that makes people think of the show Mindhunter. That scene never happened.
See,
none of it happened.
And I don't.
And you're Paul.
He didn't have a relationship with the hardware store owner. That's not how they found out where
that shit didn't happen either.
So they just made shit
They
up.
made it up.
So much
and
of it
then
was made
poor
up.
Paul Verzi's going to walk into a room and be like, oh, I know all this stuff about Ed Gein. Did you know? And somebody like me is going to be like,
yeah,
that's that bullshit from the Netflix show. That's not true. None of that's true.
Yes. Well, that's already happening with me with AI.
They're getting you? Are they getting you with the AI?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, I'll be like, dude, did you hear that speech? I'm like, that was a prick. How the fuck could they say that in public? They're like, yeah, Paul, that didn't happen. Like, look at his lips.
Oh, you're right about the lips. I should have noticed that.
Yeah, I should have noticed. He had a black voice and it was a woman. That's the thing. I love a show that says based on true events when it's accurate.
When it's accurate.
Like, when
even if you got to fudge it a little bit.
Of course. Listen, you got to Hollywoodize
Entertainment.
it, maybe just have a little, fine. But like when you're watching something about a serial killer that did exist, because I watched the Dahmer thing, and I also heard that the neighbor wasn't that close. But the neighbor was in another bit,
That's true, but the stuff they made up in the Dahmers is minimal compared to what they do with Ed Gein. And it made me crazy, too, because they go like this. They go, the story that Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Silence of the Lambs, and Psycho is all based on is a story that you don't know. And I go, oh, great. And then you watch the show, and I go, you still don't know it. You still don't know it.
No,
you made it up.
Yeah, listen, that actually is like somebody needs. Isn't Netflix? Here's my thing. Isn't there a responsibility of when you're doing a true story thing? Like,
I don't know.
or
I
no?
think you could just say it.
No, because you could say based
on a
and
true
then once
story.
you say based, or like some of the events are true, but or dramatized or exaggerate, then you could go. I don't like that shit.
No,
I like
'Cause
that's
it
why
feels like a trick.
It feels like a trick, dude. And like somebody like Ed Gein that really did all of those horrible things and like was the original monster should be accurate.
It's interesting enough.
It's interesting enough for just what he did. Even if he killed 2 people but dug up 10 bodies and did the skin thing. That's it. You could make that. I don't need. Yeah, they like dedicated an episode to the hardwood store.
That relationship.
The hardware
didn't
store
happen.
The hardware store woman. Like
He killed her. That happened.
Right, but they didn't go out and have wine.
No.
He lost his virginity to her.
Absolutely not.
And she was awesome. I would have stayed with her.
Yeah. Also, she was in real life. She was like a husky woman that reminded him of his husky mom, and so he just wanted he killed her and wanted to skin her.
No, they didn't find a gift of panties with Eddie on it.
That's not a thing.
No,
none of
they
that's
found
real.
a receipt with his name on it, right?
Yeah, they found because he had gone in. Somebody caught him. He had gone into the hardware store the day before saying, tomorrow I'm going to come back and get a gallon of antifreeze. So they found a receipt. She was missing, and they found a receipt that said a gallon of antifreeze on it. And the dude goes, that's what Eddie Gein was asking for. And so they went to his house, and they found her body.
That's not sexy.
Yeah.
But it's not sexy.
But they still could. They could have made it. They could have done something with that.
That's fine.
You know.
And plus, does Ed Gein's story have to be sexy?
You made a good point. Like, I mean, the
Why's he
guy,
gotta be sexy?
He's like a handsome.
He's a heartthrob.
And I got to be honest. Can I tell you, this is how much of a guinea I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, his outfits are awesome. This guy could, like,
he
for the
can dress.
dude, the
He
guy's
can
got
dress.
nice flannels on.
Yeah.
He goes out to the ice cream shop. He's got like a nice little button-up sweater.
Yeah,
I'm like, this guy's got his shit together.
He's pretty sharp.
Washes
this guy.
his hands. He's clean.
Yeah, I go, you know what? Aside from the eating soup out of the skull, he's actually quite a catch.
I was just gonna say, it's like he's a polite.
He did eat soup out of a skull. That is true.
Out of a okay.
He did do that. He did have a soup bowl made out of a skull.
And he did dig up bodies.
He dug up a lot of bodies prolifically. And listen, there are They definitely know he killed 2 people. There are like women that went missing in the area that everybody just assumes that he probably did, but they never got real evidence of that. But they couldn't because he was so schizophrenic that he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
And he's assumed to have killed those 2 hunters that he kills in the show.
Right.
But that's
Well, I think if Ed Gein is on the list,
here are our suspects.
I think if Ed Gein is on the list and it's in his neighborhood, I'd kind of lean that he did it.
Yeah, there's a chance Ed Gein did it. You know what? If there's a chance, it's probably more than a chance.
I love when the sheriff is like, "Did you kill so-and-so?" He goes, "I wouldn't swear to it." It's like, all right, Ed, you did it.
You did it, though. All right. Okay.
What's up with this this singer that could be a serial killer? Who's
the country star?
It was on Segura talked about.
It's not Morgan Wallen, is it? Oh, Garth Brooks. You think it's true?
I
not Garth.
No, yeah, but like all of a sudden, like all of the places he goes, they found a comedian rapist like that, right?
What's that?
There was a comedian who was cleaner than Cosby. Cleaner, like just like
the material was
like Regan,
family,
like Nate Bargatze, Regan, like that, and he was a serial rapist. And how they found him was his college schedule of shows.
Oh my God!
So every town he went in. So then I heard Segura saying this, and he was just like every town, but like. Is Garth Brooks suing? Can you if it's not?
Well, I think that there's
is he a fucking psycho?
There's a fine line. First of all, I think number one.
This is why I shouldn't be online.
No. Because I think Tom Segura would be able to say, "I was joking."
Right.
It's just a joke that's gone very far. You can't really tell if he's joking.
But then after he did, other things came.
What do you mean?
Like after Segura talked about it, other people started digging up shit.
I mean, you can't
there
was a period of time where Garth Brooks couldn't post without people just commenting where are the bodies. Yeah, I think to my knowledge. So and also I think that the risk is that if Garth Brooks were to sue Tom Segura for calling him a serial killer, then more people would think Garth was a serial killer.
And here's my problem.
Right.
I'm going to be at a Halloween party in 2 days, and I'm going to go, dude, I can't believe Garth Brooks is a serial killer. Like that's why I shouldn't be scrolling, and that's why the Ed Gein thing should be more accurate.
Who's this country guy? I mean, Garth Brooks is maybe the most successful country artist of all time.
Who's this like multi-platinum? Who's this?
So I think it goes back to I believe that Tom was watching the Garth Brooks documentary.
Yeah.
And there was a way that Garth spoke with his eyes and the way that he smiled that was almost mimicking humanity.
Okay, yeah.
Right, yes, that's what it was. There's the tour announcement video. Mike, see if you can find Garth Brooks' 2018 tour announcement video. So in a 2018 tour announcement video, Brooks used the phrase, let's get physical while smiling. And comedian Tom Segura joked that the smile looked like a serial killer's smile. And sometimes, especially in that era of Tom Segura, it was like the jokes would start to come and they would just build and build and build into a whole universe. Fans of Segura, and this was like height of Segura's podcast being like full, like his audience was so large and locked in that they'd be asking about jeans and tight pants, and you'd be like, I don't know what's going on, because they had their own language, And it said they began to flood Garth Brooks' social media with comments referencing the joke, often asking where the body's Garth. The joke evolved. This is where you're at. The joke evolved into a bizarre, unsupported conspiracy theory.
Yes.
With internet users, they began to cross-reference Brooks' concert tour dates with missing persons reports and unsolved homicides.
Also, where he worked. This is like forget Segura.
Mm-hmm.
Forget Segura. Like, take Segura's joke out of it. Then it grew such a life that people were like, oh, he worked at a boot shop. And 2 people went missing like 3 blocks from the boot shop. And it's like all online to the point where it went from a joke to did Garth Brooks fucking
I know it's
how great would this documentary be in 10 years if all of a sudden it was true?
And Tom Segura's just sitting there like, what did I uncover?
Like a comedy podcaster just uncovered one of the most craziest.
It says the meme is sometimes linked to Chris Gaines, which is Garth Brooks' fictional rock star alter ego in 1999. Garth, at the height of his fame, decided to be a rock star, but he
jokingly
he created an alter ego called Chris Gaines, and he put out an album that was a rock album, but he said it's Chris Gaines. It's clearly Garth Brooks in a wig. But he
Right.
said, now I'm Chris Gaines, and there was going to be a movie about it, but then there was never a movie. It never came out. So it made the whole thing even more strange because now you just created this person. But they're saying that some online commenters joke that Chris Gaines is the persona of a killer
okay.
trying to get something off of his chest.
Yeah, I mean,
So this, I believe, was the announcement that Christina P. and Tom Segura played a few years back on the pod that started this thing that has followed. And I am a Garth Brooks fan. I grew up with Garth Brooks.
okay.
And poor Garth.
Yeah.
This thing has followed him everywhere. Let's see if we can get, click that audio.
The place where we got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Great room right here in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Announced the world tour today, the Stadium Tour. This is going to be fun. So I wanted to call it the Big Ass Stadium Tour. It's just a Stadium Tour. Above is all the information on it. But what we talked about today is we're going to introduce 5 cities before Christmas to go on sale because on Inside Studio G, you guys asked for a longer planning date so you can plan to be at as many of these as you can. Here it comes. The first 2 cities. St. Louis is where we're kicking it off of. Man, you talk about a love fest last time we were there. Phoenix, specifically Glendale, Arizona, where the Cardinals play. They're at State Farm Stadium as well. So those are the first 2. The other 3 will be announced here shortly. And again, they'll all be on sale before Christmas. And remember, this is all about game day. Every show is going to be game day or Garth Day, however you want to look at it. Come dressed in your full colors, support your team. Let's go have some fun. And let's get physical playing music. I like that thought.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that. I mean, you could. There's just something about people that are just.
He's not a good. Let's be honest. He's not a great promo guy.
He's not a great promo guy.
Yeah.
And I think that there's something in animation called the uncanny valley, where the animation gets too close to reality, but it's still not reality. Where your brain, you get afraid of it. You know what I mean? Where it's like this is.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like animation, but it's clearly not real, and I don't know how to process this.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes the uncanny valley affects people that maybe are very, very successful, maybe, haven't been not successful in a long time. And so when it comes time for them to act like look at that freeze frame.
You know what?
When it comes time for them to act like people, like you and I watch this going, that's not how people act.
You know what this reminds me of, honestly, and this was the big knock on him was A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez is the big thing with him was when he would do. That's why all the Yankee fans really didn't embrace him. They obviously like Jeter and certain people. They're like, there was a non-human element.
Right.
To the answering the questions very robotically, but then trying to put the smile, trying to throw a joke just didn't work, didn't look natural.
Right.
That's not how you would talk.
It's almost like it's learned behavior. Like I'm performing as a human instead of being a human.
It's like you practice post and pre-game interviews.
Yes.
And that's what it looks like. This didn't look like a guy excited to do a stadium tour. I
like that.
This
He said he liked it, though.
He goes,
Go back to when he says he likes
I like when
it.
he crosses his arms and goes, let's get physical.
Let's hear it.
Let's get physical playing music. I like that thought.
I like that thought.
I like that thought. Hey, let's get physical playing music. I like that thought. Yeah, so this thing, became a monster for Segura. But yeah, but I love that it's still so much, there's so much stuff out there. Like Tom started dressing up as Garth, asking where the bodies are.
But it's all over the place.
All over the place to the point where you just kind of see it in passing and you go, who's this country star that's a serial killer? Because you didn't grow up with you don't know anything about country music.
Listen, I obviously heard Garth Brooks' name.
But you heard it in connection with being a serial killer.
I knew who Garth Brooks was because I remember he hosted SNL, but when it was the Segura thing made me go, okay, this is probably a joke. But then, like, maybe a year later, somebody was like, hey, remember that store he worked in? 2 people around the corner guy. And I was like, is there?
Right,
like,
is there something to it?
Right. And I'm not into country music. And I also love a good conspiracy.
You love that. Well, it's fun. Imagine.
So
and
you
look
find
at
out.
Look at the smile and the arms crossed. It's like,
dude.
If you I would say no, but if you tell me yes, I go, yeah, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
If you told me that face I'm looking at right now he doesn't have the dark evil eyes because usually you could see eyes when they're dark. If he had dark eyes, I'd be like, he did it.
He did it,
especially with that look. But
I like the thought. I like that thought.
That look right there. If you told me that he was a psychopath,
oh yeah,
you'd have to look at that.
Let's get physical making music.
I like that thought.
I like that thought.
That's like a what?
What?
I just picture him standing over her while she's screaming.
Right.
And he's like, I like that thought.
I like that thought. Let's get physical making music. I like, what do you mean? Let's get physical making music. What do you?
Yeah, what is physical?
What are you talking about,
let's
bro?
Enjoy the music.
Right. And just so you know, it's gonna be game day. What does that mean? What do you mean game day?
Or Garth Day, however you want to.
I don't know which way.
That
you know
was-
what we do on Garth Day, don't you? No, I don't think so. I don't want to do Garth Day.
You ready for Garth Day?
No, I didn't agree to Garth Day.
I'm not.
I don't think I'm ready for Garth Day.
How about this conspiracy, dude? Because this one I started to, and you know when you go through the algorithm, right? You know when
Yeah.
you watch something for like 19 seconds or more, the next thing is that. Dude, this, what is it? 31 Atlas, 31 Atlas thing coming to?
Oh yeah.
So
tell me about it, because now I've heard. Okay, so I've heard we had Neil deGrasse Tyson in here.
Okay.
Who's very on the side of traditional logic.
Okay, he thinks it's something bad?
No. He thinks it's just a standard thing. But then I look at it, I have been watching a lot of Avi Loeb to get the other, you got to get both sides. And Avi Loeb is like, fuck that guy. Both of them are taking, I feel like, low-key shots at each other without mentioning each other's names. Because Avi Loeb's over here going like, probably alien spaceship. And Neil deGrasse Tyson is saying, you got to be an idiot to think this is an alien spaceship. And I'm like, okay, I see what we're going here. I see what we're doing. What have you seen?
Can I say this?
Yeah, please do.
Neil deGrasse Tyson to me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if I look at two people,
Sure.
just look at their faces.
Right.
I can't go with him.
I see. I didn't tell you who the other was. You decided not to go with one of them.
And by the way, this is not a race thing. I just realized, as I said, if you look at their faces, this has nothing to do.
You know who Avi Loeb looks like? He looks like the Trollolo guy. Remember Trollolo? La 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 la.
Yeah, all these guys, nobody looks normal.
Nobody looks normal.
Right? Like even
Garth,
Neil deGrasse Tyson looks normal.
Avi.
But Neil deGrasse Tyson, he looks normal, but he looks goofy.
Mhm.
He doesn't look like, like Denzel.
No, he's got complicated patterned shirts on.
If
Yeah.
If Denzel walked in and had the knowledge of Neil deGrasse Tyson and he talked like that, you'd be like, dude, it's fine.
You trust Denzel.
I would trust Denzel.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
this guy looks like a guy who goes, that's the mothership. We're all.
Because you know what? When Denzel yells at paparazzi and tells them what they're doing wrong,
Oh yeah.
there is a certain authority that he carries. So you're like, I'm on Denzel's side.
And they don't really, they don't even they yell at him differently.
Right.
They're not like, hey, they're just kind of like.
He goes, let me tell you something right now. That's not how you talk to people. If you want to get the right thing done, that's not how you talk to people.
Yeah.
And they go, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you know his real name is Denzel? You heard that, right?
No.
Yeah, his real name is his birth name is Denzel, but
Whoa.
everybody has been saying Denzel. But his real name, the correct way to pronounce his name is Denzel.
Denzel.
But he has a little Frank Lucas for real in him.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
He
I wouldn't
has-
fuck with him.
He has a little when he got mad at that paparazzi, and he was like, "Well, you could tell he wanted to really smack him."
Right. And this whole space here, I'm in charge.
Yes.
I'm in charge of this
Yes.
space. And you're like, yeah.
Now we don't have a scientist like that. They're not built like that.
No, they're not. They're not.
built- And you know what? That's probably why they're just not. If they were built like that, they wouldn't be the scientists.
Right. Neil deGrasse Tyson is probably as close as you're going to get to that because he was a wrestler. And he's big. He's a big guy, and he was a wrestler.
Right. He probably, I would say Neil deGrasse Tyson lost his virginity in his 20s.
Wow. You think
Right?
so? I could see it.
Unless he was in part of a nerd club and they had fun one night. I don't know.
Right.
But he doesn't seem like a guy that was crushing it early in life.
I can't imagine.
He was probably crushing tests.
Yeah, he's probably really good on
He
tests.
was really good on tests. He
Yeah.
was probably an honor student.
Yeah, but there's a trade-off.
But this guy, too,
Avi Loeb,
virginity late.
late virginity guy. yeah. Because there is a. Oh, shit. No, Neil.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Neil was a motherfucker back then.
Oh my God, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I apologize, dude. That guy was fingering in 7th grade.
Yeah, that's right. That's 100% right.
I take that back.
We just looked at a picture of Neil deGrasse Tyson in a singlet.
Yeah.
In high school or
you
whatever.
know what? I'm thinking of frumpy Neil deGrasse now, and
Yeah.
I put that on him. I take it back. Listen, sometimes I take it back. That man.
He's like Mike Tyson, he goes, I wear this complicated shirt to keep me from killing y'all.
He was crushing tests and puss.
And puss.
Okay.
And puss as well.
Oh God, is he smoking?
Oh my! Look at this dude.
Oh my God.
I mean, this looks like what Ryan Murphy would cast as Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Dude, I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah, you were off on that one.
Dude, look at him.
I was with you, too. You were off on that one.
I thought he was probably like...
How dare you? Yeah, you were off on that.
All right, maybe it
With
is
the
a
sideburns and everything?
You know what? Maybe it is a comet. We're fine.
Now you trust him. So you've been seeing, you've been looking at this in the
like
algo.
Everybody, just saying like that there are certain gases that are being like coming out of this thing that aren't normal for a comet. That there are metals. They're finding metals. Its path is changing. Right? You keep hearing like, oh, dude, this thing is going diagonal, left, right, up, down. It's going like 100.
There's a tail on it. They say
there's a tail on it. It's going like 167,000 miles per hour, moving in different directions. They're noticing lights.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is the mothership the size of Manhattan, and it's going to have little ones. And I'm just going like, how is everybody just, and then people are like, oh, it's a false flag. That's what they're doing. They want to do it. But then I'm like, wait a minute. Is the government shut down while this thing is coming?
The government's shut down right now.
The government's shut down right now.
There's no air traffic controllers.
And this thing is flying to
we need the government at the moment.
I'm kind of like, what's going on? But then again, like maybe it is not, because this has happened where things are going on.
But what if it's a fake alien invasion to distract from Epstein? Did you ever consider that?
No, but now I will.
Okay, good. You know what, Roberts? There's credibility to that. I'll buy it.
I will say these are the wildest times as far as what's out there, and it's all internet.
It's all internet
It's all
because
internet.
everything is looked at with the same level of reliability.
Right, and
it used to be like if you heard a thing in school, but you heard something else on the news, of course you believed the news. But now, not so much.
In the 1930s, you would just go to your teacher and go, hey, teacher, is something coming to space? I heard something on the news. You'd be like, yeah, that happens. But now,
right.
You got this guy, you got that guy, you're scrolling algorithm.
But the truth is the teachers are probably full of shit.
And the truth is the teachers don't know.
They don't know.
You looked at your fourth grade teacher like they don't know.
Teacher was younger than we are. We don't know. How would the teacher know?
That's right.
You know?
That's right. We were doing it for peace of mind.
Right.
Mr. Smith said it's fine. He doesn't you know what I mean?
Right. So Neil said that the reason it's called 3I Atlas is because this is the third time that something like this has happened, I believe, or that this is the third object.
Okay.
And that the other two, he said it's just simply a comet. Because it's a standard comet. It's big. It's a thing. It's a comet. And the reason NASA's putting up kind of like protection from it is so that a comet doesn't come forward. But it's certainly not an alien life form because, as he pointed out, if there is a spaceship traveling through space from another universe coming to the Earth, there's nothing NASA's going to be able to put up to stop it from getting here.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't have that technology, so that's not happening. But this Avi Loeb seems pretty, like he loves to impress about this. He just did Rogan.
Yeah.
He did a 3-hour Rogan talking about like...
And there are people like dressed in suits saying the craziest, dumbest shit. One guy was like, yeah, listen, man, I think I'm not even joking, I'm not even trying to be funny. He said this. He was in a suit.
Right.
And like he goes, yeah, he's like, I think that it's a reptilian... He goes, I think there's 5 million reptilian things, but they're in pods. They're not active. He goes, but I don't think they're going to invade us. He goes, I think it's just passing through.
So it's almost like, I think the reptilian thing is real, but I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, he's like, but they're in pods, and then they showed an illustration of what they think they are, like like in the movies where they're just in like a tube,
right?
And he's like they're dormant in a tube, and there's an army of them, but they're not, and you're just going like, what do you?
Okay,
yeah,
you found the guy.
This guy, yeah,
this is great. He is. Look at it. He's a guy in a suit.
Check this out. Listen to what he says, and look at the picture.
He almost looks like a CIA, he looks like Don Draper. He looks like a guy you would trust. And
but still a little off.
And that's right, but he does have a pocket square. So it's like if he's going to go to the trouble of putting in a pocket square, obviously he's got something going on.
Button down, jacket.
Yeah. Let's hear him.
Yep. Let's go back to 3I Atlas itself. It's a gigantic comet, the size roughly of New York City.
Pause for a second. I do love, you got to watch everything. The air quotes.
I saw that.
The interviewer, you can go all the way back to the beginning, Mike. The interviewer goes, it's a large comet, but he did air quotes when he said comet. A comet, if you believe that. Anyway, something more reasonable. Reptilians?
Yep. Let's go back to 3I Atlas itself. It's a gigantic comet, the size roughly of New York City or bigger. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about here? Like how many people or how many Draco can a craft that size house?
So I remote viewed the craft and I got direct information from that.
Okay.
And my take on that, I did just remote view the amount of people on board. I also remote viewed the technology was inside, the whole decks, the pods, the whole thing on the inside. So I can see they are using antimatter and fusion technology.
What?
And they also have pods housing less than 5 million Draco reptilian soldiers inside.
Draco reptilian
and
soldiers.
so they're all dormant. They're not using space. They're not eating. They're not doing anything. They're just basically just waiting to be awakened. And they're all in pods.
You use the word soldier.
Yes.
This guy, I love this guy.
That is a little unnerving.
Yeah, I mean, the Draco race is known to be fighting wars in other galaxies, and obviously they destroyed the Pleiadians' home planet. So that's in their genes. That's what they do. And at the same time, it's for their own safety that they are trying to protect themselves. They don't know what's coming. They don't know who they're going to be facing. So that's why they keep those soldiers in that situation. They're not active. So when they travel through space, they just keep them in that state.
Oh, so it doesn't mean they're necessarily coming here with soldiers to attack.
That's correct. It doesn't mean that they're coming in to wake them up all and, to invade Earth. That's not the plan. I'm just saying that they are there, just in case. Because
I mean, he's saying
How can you say this so as a matter of fact?
That's what I'm wondering.
Like, he's saying it like, from my intel, they're just sleeping. We're good. Who's telling him?
Right. He goes, well, the Draco reptilian species is well known to be fighters across the universe.
Oh, they're
and you're
fighting wars across the universe, but now they're just sleeping, and they're passing through. It's like, what?
Like, well, buddy, we haven't even figured out if there's life outside of the Earth. How do we get to step 9? Where did this information come from?
I love how the interview is going. That's a little unnerving.
Dude, the interviewer acting like this is not crazy what's going on here. This is just normal.
But there's guys
conversation.
like that dressed in a suit sitting down around all these news places now, giving interviews saying that as a matter of factly.
And you're susceptible. When you see something like that, you are susceptible to being like,
well, listen,
what's with these reptilians coming here anyway?
To my defense, the reptilian thing kind of threw me. Like, to make me go like, no. Garth Brooks still on the fence.
Okay,
but
there's some strong evidence.
This is nuts.
Nuts.
Like 5 million dormant reptilian lizard type warriors, fighters.
But they might not be fighting us. It's fine.
No, dude,
it's fine.
They don't necessarily want to fight us, but they're there.
They're there
in case, because that's what they know.
Well, they don't know what they're going to see.
And they're passing through. It's like, what's going on?
They don't know, because once they get to Earth, how do they know what they're going to see?
Now, is NASA saying that this thing's going to be close to Earth, like passing us is close?
I don't think anybody from NASA. Well, I don't think anybody from NASA is giving us any sort of warning, like this is a bad thing. But also, they're not getting paid right now.
Right.
So, what's the motivation? There's still the government shutdown. We can't even get, the people with the neon sticks at the airport to go to work. I don't think that NASA is going to work.
That just made me nervous. I got to go to Texas. There's not air traffic.
Air traffic controllers are down a lot.
Yeah.
Because the air traffic controllers are government employees.
Yep.
And they're not getting paid right now. And at first, it's like, don't worry, there'll be back pay. It's like, yeah, cool. We're on week 4 of the government shutdown.
Yeah.
You think
it's
the
like, hey,
average
cool, I
American
gotta fly?
Yeah. And guess what?
Yeah.
Air traffic controllers are not sitting there with 4 weeks' pay, just be like, okay, just get me when you get me.
And back, back pay is not dodging planes now.
Yeah, I need money now.
Yeah,
it's my money, and I want it now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This is a very. When you're a kid and you hear your parents go, "We're in wild times," and you're like, "That's some old people shit."
Mm-hmm.
You're just playing Nintendo and you're young, right?
Like, okay.
Oh, dude, times. But this is like the first time in my life where I'm like looking at my kids, going like, "Yeah, well, maybe let's stay out of the city for a while." Let's,
But does it give you any comfort to know? Well, I believe this to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the evidence that I believe this to be true. However, the fact that your parents would have said the same thing when they were your age, and they would also have evidence,
right,
would maybe this is just the way it works, and it's going to get even crazier when your kids are your age, and they're going to think the same thing that you think today.
But there's only one difference. My grandmother and mother didn't have the phone
Reptilian.
algorithm.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't have this guy.
Yeah.
They didn't have to go and scroll, because my mother was worried about. My mother would see something. My grandmother, rest her soul, she'd see something on Channel 7 Eyewitness News, and be like, "The kids can't walk on the stairs. Somebody fell down and died. You can't." The stairs are dangerous.
Sure.
So if they had
7
this,
was on your side.
If they had this, You know? What about these people with like Alzheimer's and dementia going, dude, reptiles are coming?
Yeah.
You know, like, right? And you're a little kid. Your grandmother's fucked up.
Yeah. And also, I mean, even people without Alzheimer's and dementia, there's no doubt that all this stuff is making people insane. When you are getting all this stuff hit with
too
you.
much, dude.
Because you either feel crazy because you think it's all real, or you think it's all fake, but there's so much of it you still feel crazy. Like if you're like, there's no way it could be true, and then you watch these two grown-ass, adult, well-dressed men, one of them with a smart-sounding accent, just talking about reptilians like there's nothing strange going on. That's what gaslighting is. It's designed to make you feel crazy.
100% correct. And your subconscious doesn't know the difference. If that guy was the CEO of UBS, you'd be like, oh, he looks it.
Right? I give him the job right now.
If this guy was the head of the top of one of the biggest Fortune 500 companies, you'd be like, yeah. But
he'd come in for the job as CEO, and somebody would go, should we Google him? I go, no.
Right.
Look at him. No reason.
You guys think he's full of shit? No, look at him. He's buttoned up. He's good.
How about that accent on him? He knows some stuff.
But he comes in. Dude, if that guy was dressed in a flannel and he was talking reptilians, you'd be like, lock him up.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
But even like, look, dude, I just watched Ed Gein have sex with a dead body.
Right.
I didn't want to see it. It's in my subconscious, right?
It's in there now.
There's no, because truth be told, I found out recently that I have some childhood trauma. Okay.
Wow.
And I'm going to be doing the EMDR. Is it the
what is that?
Can you look up
ayahuasca?
No. The what's the fuck? Is it EMDR therapy or? Yeah, but so a lot of people told me about this. Yeah, EMDR. Yes.
Eye movement.
Yeah. So basically,
desensitization
they just had somebody on the Breakfast Club talking about it. Giannis Pappas talked about it on Rogan. So what they do is, I started to realize that my nervous system would overreact when certain things would trigger me. And the reason that happens is because I had childhood trauma. Not to get heavy, but I'm just talking about the subconscious thing of like when you see
something. Did you lock it away? You didn't know?
So yes. So what happens is, and this is a proven thing now, it's new, there is a beginning, middle, and end, so it's not long therapy. What they do is it's really, really brilliant, and it's incredible. So I would have bouts with anxiety and depression where my nervous system was overreacting. What I found out through time is the reason that happened was when I would get triggered, it's almost like PTSD. My nervous system would react the way the 6-year-old me reacted then.
Right.
But I didn't know. So people would be like, why are you like
because you had no memory, you had no conscious memory of
right.
that.
So my wife would go, that's not, you're acting and reacting to this in a way that's not logical for what you were told. And I'm like, it's not about what I was told. It's about the trigger that happened when I was told it.
Because it's deep, it's in there.
Right.
Yes.
So all of a sudden I was in a really bad place. So friends, people that did it go, dude, you got to try this thing. It works. What they do, okay, they talked about it on Rogan too, and it's proven. This is not like, oh, it might work. They take the memory is in the part of your brain in the wrong place, and they take it out and they put it in the right place.
Not physically.
So basically... So what this does is you go back to these memories. Some people either touch their shoulders or you move your eyes while you do it, and it puts you almost in a REM state. Now, the one thing I said when they asked me to do this is I go, I'm not getting fucking hypnotized. That's not happening.
That's smart because they'll make you tired. They'll make you put your shoes on backwards. They'll make you do all kinds of wacky shit. I don't know what I'm going to turn. I'll turn into a reptilian. I'm not doing it. Don't do it.
No
hypnotism.
No hypnotism. I need to be like, no, there's no hypnotism.
That's how they got him in Get Out.
Yes.
No.
You're not going to tap a fucking tea glass and I'm fucking, and all of a sudden I'm, So. That's
smart.
So I go.
Smart.
No hypnotism.
No, because they'll put a little trigger in you to make you do weird shit.
So.
No Manchurian candidate stuff.
No. So they go, no, you're fully conscious. You're just, when you're talking about these memories or you're talking about your past, you just kind of either look side to side or some people touch their shoulders and you get taken back to that. But the memory is less hurtful and it goes into a part. Now, a lot of people stop it. A lot of people can't deal with it.
Because you have to tackle it head on.
There's 8 phases and apparently 2 of them are incredibly difficult. Apparently, I heard things and was told things and saw things young that in my formative years that I should not have, and that's why I get triggered. But I don't know that until I can talk to people. And now, so I'm trying this, I'm starting this. And
now, when you say this, do you mean that you will, when the memory comes back, you will deliberately move your eyes or touch your shoulder, or you will be conditioned to automatically move your eyes or touch your shoulder?
No. While we're talking, they'll say, hey, just move your eyes side to side because it puts you almost in a REM type. There's a REM type thing that happens, which you can go back to that memory, but you're still fully conscious. You know what you're doing. It can just be painful when you go back there. Of
course.
When you know, when you see something or hear something. So, but the point of me telling you this is like when we see things, no matter what, you see somebody get shot in the head in a movie, even though it's a movie, you saw like this really violent, fucked up thing. And in your mind, you could, compartmentalize. Like, it's a movie, it's makeup. But you kind of saw something horrible. That sits with you. Well, that's why they say horror movies like that. But that's why, like, Terrifier is so over the top that you could almost look at it like
it's absurd.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
Like a guy's not going to go around hacking up little kids. So you're just like, oh, this is a good. But should we be seeing it? I think that there's a part of us that like it's kind of not great to see that.
Right.
So when when you go on your phone and you listen to something absurd and the algorithm keeps telling you, even though that's crazy.
It gets in.
You're like, is an alien mothership coming to? No, it can't be. It can't be. Oh, it's the size of Manhattan. Yeah, but it can't be. But no, most people are saying it's a rock, it's a comet. But in your mind,
now the idea's in there.
And then you're like, wait a minute. Armageddon was a movie. Yeah, all these things were movies.
Are they telling us?
Are they telling us?
Yeah.
How did they know back then? And I think that going back to the 40s and 50s, they didn't have that. They didn't have to really, when Exorcist came out in the 70s, people were like, my father told me when the Exorcist movie came out, he goes, people were leaving the theater. He said people were throwing up. It was the craziest shit anybody had seen then.
Right.
And now that's like, you look at that now, you're like, dude, watch Terrifier 2.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It gets back there.
Yeah.
So,
I think you're right.
But yeah, so I didn't realize that I had this. So I would get into a, not to get too heavy, but I would get into a depression, or I would get into a bout with anxiety, like to the point where like going to the refrigerator was tough to get a glass of water. Like my wife would have to be, she's like, you haven't eaten in 5 days. Like so she would give me water. I would just be like, I'm just not feeling good. I'd cancel some appointments. I just didn't want to leave.
And you didn't know what was causing it.
And I was trying to figure out what happened in the week or 2 weeks leading up that hit me. And I was like, oh, I was triggered from something. And now I don't understand it now, but now I understand that it was something in my subconscious that my nervous system is not reacting the way that adult Paul Verzi should be reacting. 40-something-year-old, mid-40s Paul Verzi should be acting like this,
right.
But it's taking me to a place. And this, she's like, no, we're going to take it. We're going to take it from your medulla. There's a part of your brain and it's going to go into the place where it should normally be.
So where you're conscious of it.
Yeah.
Like you have a distinct memory of it, so you know when you're being affected by it.
Yeah.
Man, that's not. So how did you have to go to just a standard therapist to go like, okay, there is stuff back here, or?
Well, to be honest with you, during one of these bouts, I've had my mother notice something, and then I had friends go, this is not, and then Stacy would go, like, I'm not trying to be rude.
Is that your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would go, this is not, you're not acting, this is not okay. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. And I would get in a delusional, this is what this is. And it would be like way ahead of myself, way like, and uncharacteristic of me, which I would also start to be negative, which I'm not. And I'd be like, no, this is what it is. Always something bad.
Right.
And they were like, no. And then somebody sent me a phone number of somebody that deals with this. And then the lady spoke to me 2 times without doing this. And she goes, you have PTSD and trauma from when you're young. So when you get triggered, your nervous system and your reaction goes to that.
So you're not 100% sure what it is yet.
There's an ideas that like, when my parents got divorced when I was 5, some awful shit happened, like as far as like what I saw too young and like that really like somebody shouldn't see.
Right. And so, but the difficult part of this process is going to be that at some point in the 8-phase process, it gets put right in front of your face and you have to deal with it head on?
You have to deal with it head on in the moment again, but it kind of takes, once you get through that hard part, it takes the sting out. Then it'll go to a place where the normal memory should be, where it should have been then.
Where it's an unpleasant memory,
yes,
but it's not something that causes, like it's not something that destroys your life.
Right, and the reason why you don't know it is because it was your body and your nervous system trying to protecting you. It's protecting you.
Oh,
it's
man.
Fucking, dude, it's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah, and it's so funny. All the comedian friends like, dude, let me know how that works out. I want to fuck you, cause they want,
all of them.
Yeah, they want to do,
Yeah. Do you like, when you find out stuff like that, do you go like, well, what else what else is my brain protecting me from?
I know that I wasn't physically abused, and I know that I wasn't sexually abused. But I was in chaos. I was in unsafe environments, way too young. I was just a lot of stuff like that where, like, when you're 5 or 6, you shouldn't be feeling that.
Right.
But my body just protected it. But that's why I developed OCD when I was young.
Sure.
I was
you
like,
can control.
Because I would be a little kid and they would see me like walk around a wall in my house that you could just walk through to be the kitchen. And they were like, why? Or I would tap a few times and they noticed it. My first panic attack was when I was in the 3rd grade.
Wow.
So like I didn't know what that meant or was, but it was because I was seeing shit and I just wasn't safe. But now this came up, like, so something in my life would come up and like this, and it only happens like once every 10 years, once every 5 years, Sam. But I'll just get like. In 2016, I didn't leave my guest room for like 3 months. I remember reading
3 months.
I remember reading a book about Dangerfield, and they were like, Dangerfield had bouts with depression, and he would be in a room for 2 months. And I remember being like, 2 months? That's the craziest thing. Dude, functioning during those 90 days was nuts. But I was reacting to something irrationally, but it just took over my mind and body to the point where my body got physical symptoms.
So how do you explain to the kids?
Yeah, that's
like
that's actually
Dad's going to be locked up here for
that's a
3
great,
months.
Yeah, it was. Well, luckily they were younger. They were like 7 or whatever. So it was just like Daddy's sick for a while.
He's resting.
Now when it happened recently, my wife is like, it's on your face right now. You need to. So I would kind of I'd go into their rooms, kiss them, hug them, be like everything's cool, But then I would just go into the retreat in the room and be, And one of the hardest things was going to California. I had to get on a plane and go to California in the midst of it. And the morning of, I had an MRI on my brain. And the morning of.
Were you having the MRI on your brain to try to explain what was going on?
No.
Or was it unrelated?
It was unrelated, but triggered some things. He was just like, yeah, I want to see. I had something like, he was like, I had a pain in the side of my head. I didn't know if it was my ear. And he's like, I don't see anything. He's like, but sometimes there's like non-cancerous growths on the nerve of your ear I want to see. But then when I read, the MRI lady triggered me. She goes, okay, so brain scan, we're going to be looking at your brain. And right when she said that fucked me up. And she was like, and I'm going, what? And they put my head in a cage.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden I got to go to Sacramento and then San Francisco back-to-back days. And I just wanted to be in a dark room.
Right.
So all this stuff, and then they were like, "You're acting not like you should be acting for this," and that's when they were like, "You need." And here's the thing: it would happen again if I don't do this.
Right,
That's the thing.
whether it happens a year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now.
That's exactly. That's 100%. The pathway that my brain will go if I get triggered from trauma younger will go the same path that will turn me into that. Where this is going to make me go, no, my nervous system will be reprogrammed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, that's wild.
Yes.
I'm very interested to see how that goes, man.
Yeah,
I'm very interested because that whole idea of like, not only that level of repression.
Yeah.
And like the fact that like, you're like any sort of idea that, because I think we all feel like we're in control of our bodies and our brains, but the idea that the brain does something involuntary to kind of protect you is a crazy thought.
Your brain is trying to protect you. When you're in fight or flight panic, it's actually trying to give you some sort of explanation and help you, even though it's a nightmare.
Right.
Because your brain, all your body wants to do is help you and protect you. So when you're in a panic state, you're trying to get an answer you can't get. It's unexplained. The panic comes from being unexplained. You don't know what the uncertainty of what's around you makes you panic. But that's your body going, we'll figure this out.
Right.
We're either going to start swinging on somebody or we're going to fucking run.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to lead you in the right direction. If you shouldn't be swinging, I'm going to try to convince you to run this way.
And Ed Gein just fucking chop people up during it.
That's right. That was his body going like, we got to deal with this.
You're going to the cemetery, you need another body.
Right.
Because he was schizophrenic, he didn't know.
Right.
We're rational, so our mind's got to go, hey, we got to fix this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah,
that's
not to
wild.
get heavy. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it because I don't know if I've ever heard of EMDR before.
Yeah.
But Giannis did it too?
Giannis did it, and it really helped him. He talked about it on Rogan. A lot of people are doing it. I forgot this rapper was just on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah, it was Gucci Mane, right?
Yeah. Or he's like EMDR is like, he goes, it really, because,
he would go through schizophrenia, right, Gucci Mane?
Did he?
I think that was part of it. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I know the EMDR is when something happens to you young, like bad, right? Let's just say like you saw your mom get smacked around and she was screaming, crying, and you guys were living in a one bedroom, something like that. you're not gonna through high school. You're not gonna think about it, whatever. But something can happen later in your life where you get triggered.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? That's not a normal reaction to that.
Right.
But it's because of that. This fixes that memory.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there is so much that, like, even the way we were raised, where it's like, no, put a little dirt on it, suck it up, deal with it, you'll be all right.
Yeah, even like look at the concussion shit now.
Right.
You know how many concussions we had growing up?
Right.
I had friends that got hit by cars. They were fucking hanging out the next day.
Right, exactly. Just walk it off, brush it off.
You know, now
take a
it's
nap.
like
It's
now.
like, no, don't take a nap.
Are you dizzy? Are you dizzy? How do you feel? You know, you got to miss. Yeah, like even my son's high school, like he had a concussion playing basketball, and it was like, yeah, he's out for at least 15 days, and I was like, 15 days? He was fine.
Right. He got his bell rung.
Right. He got his bell rung.
Right.
Now it's like, now it's like very much cushiony. You'll be okay. Well, we're gonna sleep. You sleep it off. Let us know. Take some Tylenol. Drink water.
Yeah.
We didn't do that.
No.
No. I fell off a skateboard going down the steepest hill because I got dared. It was, dude. It was.
But
the
you got
most,
dared.
It was the most. Yeah, I got dared.
You
They
had
were
to
like,
do it.
nobody would ever, and I was like, I will. I need acceptance. I need acceptance. I'm an insecure asshole, right? And I got on this like shitty skateboard, dude. I mean, the most. If you saw the hill, you'd be like, how are you here right now? Right. And I just went down, and I think I saw a car. I panicked. I hit a pebble. I fucking flipped. My mom had me in a bath. It was filled with blood.
Right.
But next day, I was like hanging out.
Put a little salt in there. You'll
Put
be
a
all
little
right.
salt in there. Yeah, it's not like that now.
No, and it's good that it's not like that. It's crazy, like how much, because you see, you hear about the advancements like in health, but also in mental health, and you're like, oh, this isn't all like new age nonsense. This is correct. This is what we should have been doing for years.
Yes, and EMDR is newer, but 100% proven and has changed. But like I said, some people have such painful trauma, which I'm hoping I don't, and I don't think that I do. So I think that this will help me. But some people have it so nuts that they stop this.
Well, yeah, and it almost becomes like, what's going to be more difficult? The process itself or your reaction to what you've been doing? I'm sure there's some people whose trauma is so bad, it's easier to just every few years, go down for a while, as opposed to actually having to sit through this and deal with it in your face.
You gotta stare at that monster in the mirror now.
Yeah.
It's like when Luke had to face Vader, right? And remember, like it came through and his face was off.
Yeah.
And he saw it's either you have to do that or every once in a while you'll get triggered and go down this road.
Right.
And I don't want to do that to my kids. I don't want to do that to my I don't want to do that to my wife. My wife had to deal with me and it was hard for her. Like if I'm being really honest now, I'll tell you this story. My wife was having a hard time with it because she wasn't understanding. And she was like, she was talking about, see what happens when you have what I have, or when you have any kind of like anxiety or fight or flight because of post-trauma stuff, right? The people around you go, well, that just happened. That's not a big deal. And we had to go out to dinner and I had to go, babe, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about the MRI they asked me to do. It's not about the all the little things that you think led up to this. It's about me going back to me getting triggered and my nervous system is reacting. I know it's unreasonable.
Right.
And she was like, oh, and then she was like, well, what happened? And then I just started talking to her about when I was a kid and certain things. And I saw it register with her because people that don't know go, why are you upset about, let's just say a toothache. I'm just going to say a toothache.
Sure.
Yeah. Like you go, you find out there's a toothache, but then, and all of a sudden you start to get, and like, dude, it's a toothache you fucking put, it's like, no. That has nothing to do with my tooth. It has nothing to do with that doctor's appointment. It has nothing to do with my tooth. Something triggered me from when I was younger. Whatever happened in that office, whatever I thought about, whatever somebody in your family being sick.
Right.
I went there. So it's not about, and then once they realize, oh shit, it's not about, this is a deeper thing. And then she got to understand, because at her first, she's like, you're laying in bed? What the fuck what's my husband doing?
Right. Yeah, because you can't, those are like going after symptoms instead of going after a disease.
That's right.
Because you go, well, this isn't that big of a deal, except it is that big of a deal because it unlocks this, and this is that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So the fact that this thing that isn't that big of a deal opens up this thing that isn't that big of a deal becomes a big deal. That's why every single time you have to go back to that. It's like almost like, and I think that people go through this a lot where, why do I get so stressed out over this? Why do I get angry over that? Why don't I like asking about that? It all goes, these are all branches.
That's right.
off the same tree. It's all this thing. You got to deal with this thing, and all these other things become easier.
That was probably one of the most brilliant ways to describe it is there's branches off of the real root of the problem.
Right.
That's what it is. So people see the roots and they see the branches, but it's like, no, man, you got to face that Darth Vader, because once you know where that comes from, now all of a sudden the defenses are down.
Right.
And you're like, oh, this is what it is. But when you don't know, because your body's protecting you, your mind's protecting you, that's what I had to realize, and it happened. That's why when you find out, and this is what's really sad, like, I remember Family Guy made a joke when they were like, yeah, and Peter Griffin goes, yeah, and then you find out you were molested when you're 40. Yeah. That's hilarious. But
remember that episode? I heard that.
There are people, unfortunately, and thank God I was not.
Yeah.
But there are people that, like, when they're 40 and 50, they go, oh shit, I was molested by my uncle, and they don't remember it until then because of that.
Right.
Because your body's protecting you. That's what's nuts.
Right.
And that's why I'm hoping, knock on wood. I mean, people say sometimes, verbal abuse and certain things could be worse, but I think mine is more things I saw and all that stuff. So I didn't have that happen. But that's why people find out horrible shit later.
Yeah.
Because your mind's going, we can't let you remember that.
So how long is this process? Like you said, it's the beginning, middle, end. How long is the process?
She said it's like 8 phases. She says she thinks my whole thing will be 12 weeks or less.
Oh, wow.
She said 12 weeks or less.
Well, that's less than I thought.
Maybe 8 weeks.
But it's intensive?
Yeah. She said 2 phases out of the 8 are going to be really uncomfortable and hard for me.
Okay.
And then she said the other 6 are just kind of just dealing with it, like maintenance.
Do the work.
And all that, do the work and all that stuff. So I was willing, people like, are you willing to do this? Do you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, because I don't want to have something happen later in my life where all of a sudden my nervous system goes back to when I was younger.
Right.
That's nuts.
So when do you do it?
Well, I'm doing one today, but I don't know if we're doing the first one of these because we're still in the process of like
But the process is literally starting now.
The process has started, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah, and that's why I fucking think, I believe shit. I believe doctors. That's why I believe Garth Brooks is a serial killer.
Right.
The reptilians are coming.
You're open to everything now.
Right.
In not a great way.
No.
Right.
Right.
You're too open.
I shouldn't have. She said something to me that I should have. She said something to me, and I got to tell her this when I talk to her. She goes, I need you for a little while to not watch, don't read anything about medical stuff, and don't watch anything violent. And I watched Ed Gein. So I really have to tell her, listen, we may have to start in November.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I did something wrong.
Did you watch anything violent? I mean, is sex with a dead body?
I know. Yeah.
So
is sex with a dead body violent? Did he kill her? He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yes.
I just realized as I'm on your show right now, I watched the absolute worst thing against her, what she said. She said, here's the best part though. You know what she said? She goes, you got to tell your wife and people around you that love you that they can't argue with you for a while.
That's great.
And
that's a great perk.
But she goes, don't read anything about medical stuff and don't watch violence. And I literally watched the Ed Gein story. So,
but don't worry, it was bullshit. It was bullshit. None of it.
Dude, it was acting, and all I learned was that Alfred Hitchcock is a pervert.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to. That's so funny that you're gonna have to go and be like, no, I was actually doing this radio show and I realized I watched actually the most violent thing on television right now.
I swear to God, I just realized that, and I'm gonna tell her do we need to wait? Because I don't want to start moving my eyes and start having some fucking Ed
Gein stuff, which it's like, no,
Charlie Hunnam with a fucking chainsaw.
Why does it all come back to Ed Gein? No, I just happened to watch that the first week of the process. I wouldn't have ever remembered it.
Oh my God, she told me don't watch. She might. I'm gonna say, did you mean during the actual?
That didn't start.
I just got it out of the way now, right?
Yeah, we weren't. Oh, did we start? Oh yeah, no, I fucked up already.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
Is listening to the radio getting out of hand? You need Bennington, the ultimate in hands-free talk radio design. Simply go to the SiriusXM app on any phone, then search for Bennington. It's that easy. Hands-free, pain-free. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's perfect for your mind. A must for the entire office. Life itself goes quicker and easier. Best of all, Bennington works with your favorite phone. An amazing breakthrough show you'll listen to every day on the SiriusXM app.
Color your day in calmer shades with Mosaic. A collage of relaxing 90s always, forever. And 2000s. Pop hits to melt your stress away. SiriusXM Mosaic, channel 305 on most radios, and at home on your computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Go.
It's official, sports fans. First Things First is a hit.
First Things First is a good mix of analysis and total ridiculousness.
That is unbelievable. I'm all ears.
Nick, Brew, and Wilds are the MVPs of sports shows.
I'm Mahomes, you're Kelsey, and you're Andy Reid.
I kind of want to be Mahomes, or at least Kelsey.
Yeah, I think I'm more Mahomes.
First Things First, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 11th and get your application fee waived. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Get your application fee waived through February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
This is professional golfer Mark O'Meara. You've heard me talk about Celebrity Greens, the company that builds championship-level synthetic putting greens at the homes of amateurs and professional golfers all across North America. Celebrity Greens is known for their great design, the use of the best materials, and the amazingly high-quality installations. Their greens look great and perform like natural greens that I've played on my entire career. Now, Celebrity Greens is looking for additional sales and construction partners. If you're involved in the synthetic turf business or a contractor looking to expand your business or an entrepreneur, give Celebrity Greens a call today. They are currently expanding across North America, and they will be opening new markets soon. And if you're an avid golfer wanting the convenience and the beauty of a custom green or a beautiful low-maintenance lawn in your own backyard, you should call them too. Contact Celebrity Greens at 1-888-507-7960 or visit them online at celebritygreens.com. Celebrity Greens, redefining private golf all across North America. Visit them online at celebritygreens.com. Celebrity Greens.
Business owners, what's your number? The number that would make you seriously consider selling your company. The offer you just couldn't refuse. If your business generates more than $10 million a year, that number you're thinking of in today's environment could just be the opening bid. Depending on your industry, your business could sell for more than 10 times your annual net earnings, meaning it could be worth $20 to over $100 million or more. At Encore AMC Partners, we bring decades of experience selling companies for top dollar. We handle every detail with complete privacy, guiding countless business owners just like yourself through successful exits. With Encore's mastery, nothing is left on the table, making sure you unlock every penny out of the business you built from the ground up. Curious what your business could sell for? Call now for a free company analysis at 800-856-1333. That's 800-856-1333. Get the most for your company. Call 800-856-1333 or visit us at EncoreAMC.com.
Check out the one-of-a-kind shows on Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup.
This is Larry the Cable Guy. Hey, listen, my show, The Fun Bunch, live every Wednesday. Calls, gas, got everything to get you through the rest of the week.
Hey, this is Jeff Foxworthy. Join me for A Comic Mind as I go inside the heads of some of my favorite comedians. One of my favorite things in the world. I love talking to these folks. Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup, Sirius XM 97, or listen on the Sirius XM app.
Go.
It's official, sports fans. First Things First is a hit.
First Things First is a good mix of analysis and total ridiculousness.
That is unbelievable. I'm all ears.
Nick, Brew, and Wilds are the MVPs of sports shows.
I'm Mahomes, you're Kelsey, and you're Andy Reid.
I kind of want to be Mahomes, or at least Kelsey.
Yeah, I think I'm more Mahomes.
First Things First, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1.
Are you romantically in love with your cell phone carrier? Heart emoji. I've never heard anyone say that they love paying over $1,000 a year for cell service. Chuck McDowell here to save you money and find true love with Red Pocket Mobile. Forget everything you think you know about cell carriers. Red Pocket Mobile has reinvented cell phone service with better coverage, better rates, and better service. With premium 5G plans starting at just $10 a month, you're guaranteed the best combination of service and pricing, period. Plus, Red Pocket gives you not one, but all 3 major 5G networks to choose from for the best coverage ever. And you get to keep your phone and number. Now that's something to fall in love with. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch now and get one locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in less than 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. He was in great health. Was out of nowhere, had a stroke. And super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. So even after he passed away, he was still able to provide for my mom. And of course, by extension, my brother and I. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com. Because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test. Just a few health questions. 10 minutes. You're covered. Your family is covered. You can get $2 million in coverage for $2 a day. That's a 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. We don't like to talk about death in our culture, but everyone's going to die. You are going to die. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/free. Rates may vary, billed monthly. ethos.com/free.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 11th and get your application fee waived. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Get your application fee waived through February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
We are back with Sam Roberts Show.
It's a very, very exciting day here because, first of all, it's new intern day at SiriusXM. A lot of the shows are getting their new interns here, and that's the same for us. Our new intern is here. New intern, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell the folks your name.
Hey, everyone.
Hey! She did it!
It's Danielle.
She snuck back in. Our intern Danielle is back you're back as in an official capacity, not just as a visit to let us know, if you've been successful in stalking celebrities, but as our intern. You are officially a second semester intern.
It is true.
You feel like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders now because we will not put up with any of that learning curve anymore now.
Mm-mm.
You got a whole semester under your belt.
Yeah. No, I'm ready.
You're ready for it, you think? I was thinking about that when you were stalking celebrities on movie sets.
Yeah.
Did you feel remember that girl in the first season of Jersey Shore that stalked Pauly D with the hat?
Yeah.
Remember her?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, oh yeah, that's like me?
Wait, wasn't her name Danielle?
Oh boy.
It was he's like the Jewish girl stalked my whole life on the boardwalk, right? There were he had 2 stalkers.
Well, I know that.
But I know one of them was Danielle.
I know one of the stalkers showed up here. At Sirius. She was right outside.
Really?
Yeah, it was real. It wasn't just done for the reality show. She really did follow him around.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw that
Vanessa, I think, was her
Okay,
name.
that was the one from season 1, yeah.
I think that's who it is because then
the other stalker was Danielle.
Yeah.
Wow.
She had a shirt. She printed out a shirt. Though she gave him a shirt that said "I Heart Jewish Girls" because she was Jewish.
That's so
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
That's so
Crazy.
sick. And you know that. Do you feel like that's kind of the road that you might be headed down? And if so, is that a positive?
No, that's not the road I'm headed down.
No.
I'm over it.
You are?
Yeah, and I think it's funny, a big reason why I'm even here right now is because, so remember how I had Adam Sandler doing a movie on the parking lot of the camp that I was working at?
Yes.
So I decided to do background for another movie of his.
That's super fun.
It wasn't for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you become disillusioned by Hollywood?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was sitting there for 14 hours as an extra where I had to just sit in a crowd and clap.
Wow.
And I mean, it was cool because Adam was standing right next to me. I talked with Eddie Murphy's daughter.
That's
it was
cool.
Cool stuff. But I was just sitting there and I had to clap.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me realize I can't do this.
That's really great. That's really great.
And so it wasn't, I was I don't even care Adam Sandler, whatever, but like this makes me feel really small.
I mean, time, like there is a value to your time.
Yeah.
And 14 hours to clap is a long time, especially when it's like, well, is this plant gonna give us fruit? And the answer is like, what are you gonna watch the movie when it comes out and like tell your friends if you pause right here and look really closely, you can see the back half of my hand
and
clapping?
For what?
For what?
You do that and they cut the scene.
And then they cut the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, look, and there are people that are so enamored with the fame and being just around celebrity that they will do that all their lives, which I guess more power to them. But that's I think a good thing. You don't want to be enamored by just the essence, by being close to celebrity.
Yeah, no. I think the Pacey,
situation.
Yeah, that one's a little different, because it's not like it's just like you're an average celebrity. This is cool. It's, as we said, like all I've ever for the last year, which is a lot, is just consumed a lot of Dawson's Creek. So to see that person walk by, it's like, okay, that's
Right.
actually pretty cool.
Right, because they mean something to you.
Yeah.
It's not just a random hunt
Yeah,
for
it's not
celebrity.
just like, oh, you're an A-list celebrity, cool.
Right. Wait, I don't know if you'd say
Like
that
when you
about-
sat around for hours and hours waiting for Kanye West.
I don't remember. But I'm just saying I don't remember. I mean, I just don't remember much. But is Pacey A-list?
Okay.
Pacey? No.
What?
A-list now?
B-list?
Now.
No.
B?
I'd say, yeah, I would say
B.
teetering on B.
That's nice.
I mean,
we would have him on the show. I would love to talk to him.
Sure.
You could do that?
Of course, Pacey.
Yeah.
But like if he passed, you'd be like, okay.
What about any of the other, like, what would you say about, like, James Vander, like, they're all B's?
James the Dawson is high B.
Yeah.
High B.
Especially because he's sick
Michelle
right
Williams? Oh, okay.
Michelle. Oh yeah, that's right. I think Michelle Williams is in that A category.
Yeah.
because she became a
was
real
just nominated
celebrity.
for an Emmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's low A, I would say.
Low A, but she's done like,
but only because she doesn't do that much.
and she's done like art stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's a widow.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Joshua Jackson is widely considered an A-list actor by industry insiders.
Oh.
I mean, which ones?
I mean,
Well, at a certain time.
Truman Capote?
Right, like 20 years ago, he was an A-list celebrity.
When
It
Dawson
changes.
was hot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is Jacob Dylan.
He's still my favorite Dylan. Yeah, I mean, I think I would put Joshua Jackson.
I would actually put him
right now I'd probably put him high C.
Yeah, high C is fair.
That's why I
would
call
put-
him the juice.
And
Nobody
Katie
else
Holmes is way higher than him too.
Oh yeah, Katie Holmes
You
is
think
A.
Katie's B?
No,
A?
Katie's A.
Oh,
Katie's A.
yes.
But it's mainly the Tom Cruise Scientology stuff.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that's
Whatever.
that's most of it.
Yeah.
You're like, I guess she was on Dawson's Creek, but remember like the couch jumping and stuff? That's the vast majority of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Joshua Jackson, high C. The juice. Nobody else took that nickname, so I'm going to give it to Joshua Jackson. And then I put James Vanderbeek mid B, not high B, mid B.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I like James Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He's like $75 for a photo at Comic-Con.
Yeah, and you feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know, all things considered. Joshua's probably like $50
Yeah.
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 Maybe even 50 for a combo.
Katie would be expensive.
Katie
And
would be
Michelle
tough.
would be
I can't believe you guys think that.
Katie would be tough.
Katie's on top.
Katie, oh, for sure.
Before I watched Dawson's Creek, I actually
mainly
never heard of
because
her.
of the mainly because of the
Yeah.
Scientology stuff. Yeah.
But however you get there.
I mean,
you know?
like Surrey Cruise is pretty much A-list.
Surrey Cruise is more popular than Joshua Jackson.
Yeah, for sure. Surrey Cruise would. I mean, the amount of money Surrey could make at a convention.
Oh my God,
it'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Joshua Jackson is picture at the table. Michelle Williams and Katie Holmes are professional photo op.
Behind the blue.
Wow.
Yeah, and probably awkward photo op where there's 3 feet of space in between you.
Standing in between.
Those are my favorite photo ops now, that those have been normalized. I love that those have been normalized. If you look now, like they figured out they get big celebrities now. Like Susan Sarandon goes to these comic conventions now and makes a ton of dough. But like there are great photo ops of like it's Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis, and they're doing the dual photo op. So you get a photo with both Thelma and Louise, except there's like 5 feet of space between you and them. So it's this wide shot of Susan Sarandon. See, I'm not kidding. It's this wide shot of Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis. And then a big, like, at least 90s con put up some kind of blocker, like put up something so it's not just dead space. Because I've seen these where it's just dead space in the photo, and you have to hit that wide angle. And this is way worse because Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon are sitting close to each other. So they really are telling you, if you were our friend, you could sit next to us, but we don't know you. So we'll take your $250.
I think the 90s
you go over there.
block stuff is even worse because, like, you can't even see the guy. Like Susan, if Susan looked to the left, there's just blocks.
I see. So you could at least say, like, I looked over and said, bye.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if there's distance, even in the dead space. Also, it becomes uncroppable. Like, if it were dead space, you could probably professionally get it done where you cut out the middle and maybe cut the feet off or something.
Right.
And then you could frame it in a way where maybe you could pull it off.
Yeah, no, I really finessed a really good.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy.
There's some wild stuff going on at these conventions because
I love it.
They normalized the separated photo ops during the pandemic. When they first started going back, like there would be a glass wall in between the celebrity and the person in the photo. And so now coming off of the pandemic, they go, we'll do it, but we really don't want to be that close to some of these people.
There's still some people that like John Cena is still, when he does these conventions, his photos are still great with people.
Oh man, he'll give you a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, he'll do whatever.
Yeah,
You're still paying though, right?
Big time.
See, mine was for free.
Yeah.
Boom. You
And we got to walk and talk. But
What did
I
you guys talk
blew it.
about?
Oh, I blew it.
With Pacey?
Oh yeah. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. I actually couldn't even like look at him on screen for the next like week.
You mean when you were watching
Dawson's Creek
old
on the
episodes?
on the Samsung TV Plus Dawson's Creek channel. It plays it 24/7.
Wow, that's really a
It's
great benefit.
great.
By the way, Samsung should be paying us for that kind of advertisement. I didn't realize Samsung had it like that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They have so many channels, so many movies, whatever.
Wow, you don't even need. Is that that is my favorite when we get into like streaming conversations. It is my favorite. My favorite retort is, you don't have to pay for TV at all. Samsung has all the good channels built into the TV.
Yeah, on demand and live.
Right.
But
so
yeah.
you'll just flip on the Dawson's Creek channel.
I go back and forth between Dawson's Creek and then the Kardashian channel.
Keeping up with?
Mhm.
I see.
Mhm.
But so you couldn't look at Pacey
Yeah.
from 30 years ago.
25. Yeah, because basically, well, what happened was someone actually reached out to me after I came on this show, and he was like, yo, I work on that set. So obviously I was kind of like, is this a scam? Like, am I going to get murdered?
Right,
Like, what's
come to
going
my
on?
house. I'll take you there.
Yeah, but it was very like,
Send me a pic of your feet.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, no, here's the spot. And then he sent me a picture of Crafty and was like, hey, for you. Like, I was like, okay. And it was like somewhere in the Lower East Side, like in a bar that they were filming at. But because it was indoors, it wasn't like it was a park or whatever.
Right, you
so
couldn't
you
just
couldn't see
approach.
it. Yeah, like I just saw the equipment. It was like, eh. And then the trailers were a few streets over. So I was kind of lurking by the trailers, saw them there. And I was like, this is weird. Like, I feel like a stalker.
That's
Maybe I
good.
should leave.
That's good that you felt that way.
Yeah, of
That's,
course,
You know what
of
that is?
course.
That's humanity.
Yeah.
That's being a human being.
Yeah, I was like, this feels, I mean, I was doing the fake phone call where I'm recording. And then, like, so it looks like I'm on the phone, but I'm actually taking a video.
And then they see, they kind of see the screen on the other
Yes,
side and see themselves.
horrible.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really
But
bad.
so after I talked with the dude that I met, and I just figured, all right, like, this was cool. And I started walking away to get on the subway because this was actually the day that there was like crazy floods here. It was just like,
when
that
they had
would
like
happen
the
to me.
most rain
Yes.
in 1 hour.
Yeah, I like avoided floods. Oh, yeah. And it basically was just like he was walking by and I was like, oh my God, this is my time. Like, oh my God, what do I do? So I'm like, Joshua, like as if I was like shocked to see him. Like it was so stupid.
Joshua Jackson in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
This time of year.
Next to all this equipment? What? So I was like, Joshua Jackson, can I get a picture? And so he's like walking the other way.
Yeah.
So I start walking.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, no, it's so stupid.
I'm here with the trailers and movie equipment.
Well, then, okay, so then we take the picture, and then I proceed to be like, I literally am talking like this. I'm like, the Dawson's Creek fans are really happy you're doing this here, which is stupid. And then you know what I did? I can't even, I'm so upset that I did this. I say, you want to say hi to the Reddit?
No, Danielle. What?
It was like the one chance you get to
You want to say hi
walk
to the
into
Reddit?
Like, why would I do that? Number
That's
one,
the last thing I want to do in my whole life. I'm
Right.
so terrified of that place.
yeah, and not to mention it's like me of all people, right? Like I care more about having a conversation where I could have been like, dude, you're really loved. Something that he could have went on with his day, and it's just something that I knew that we shared. Whereas it was like, I want to take a video of you.
Right, I want
saying
to take
hi.
a video of you and show it to my digital friends.
Yeah, it wasn't even like, oh, I want a video of you to post for clout. I was just thinking of my digital millennial friends, which I shouldn't have. I should have been a little selfish here. But
I mean, that's like, and
Oh my God.
also to start with, Joshua Jackson,
and then
follow up with, do you want to say hello to the Reddit? It's like you knew.
the Dawson's Creek Reddit.
You knew I was
yeah.
going to be here. You're a stalker.
Yeah, no.
You went out of your way to not be a stalker, and then basically said, "Hey, fancy running into you here. I've been stalking you."
Well, and the worst part is of course he
What
said.
did he say when-
Well, I was just gonna say, of course he said yes to the picture, and then after I asked, he goes, "No." Just like that. Just like
Which
that.
is the right answer.
Yes, of course. And I literally think I was just like, okay, cool, bye. And then I started walking the other way because I turned to walk the direction he was walking in.
When you say I walked the other way, did you walk the other way, or did you just kind of drift off because you had melted into a puddle of utter embarrassment?
No, see, it wasn't even as much as a melt. I think it was more of I was on a high because I just talked to him and I got a picture.
Okay.
And then as I was walking away, it was like, wait,
what did
I just did that with that? He just said no. I kept replaying that. No.
Right.
No. And it was
No.
I just heard Joshua, he could have said, thank you.
Right.
Or have a good day.
Right.
Yeah.
Or just on some level have a human connection where it's like, you know what? I admired this person's work, but now we're both just cool people having a cool person
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, he could have thought it was cool that I was young and knew who he was.
I mean, I was 100%. Yeah. Just mention, I fell into Dawson's Creek and it's become a very meaningful show for me. Oh, man, that's really cool to hear. Thank you. You want to say hi to the Reddit?
And a lot of people are happy you're doing this. Then he's not going to want to do it anymore.
Right. A lot of people are, I talk to them. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Joshua Jackson, of all people. I was just posting about on Reddit how happy I am that you're doing this. What is this, by the way?
Yeah,
Is
what
it
are you
just-
doing here?
Yeah. So is he just shooting? But it's not a Dawson's Creek spinoff movie or anything. It's just shooting a movie.
Well, no, it's with Katie Holmes.
Oh, of course.
That's
It's
why she
literally
said
a romance.
the Dawson's Creek fans are
Yes.
so happy you're doing
Because,
this.
And he's literally.
Would you like to say hi to the Reddits?
When in reality, he sat there probably with his. Does he have a family?
Yeah.
He sat there.
He has a daughter.
I knew you would know. He sat there with his family and was like, man, they want me to do this movie with Katie Holmes. It's I love Katie, but it's the last thing that I want to do. We're just cashing in on nostalgia. And then his wife was like, no, I get it, but I mean, the money's good.
No. He doesn't have a wife.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
that's the thing. You know what? That's the thing. And I'm not trying to meddle in people's lives, but they're both single, and they're playing love interests again.
You think they're going to fall in love?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you shipping them? Yeah. Because they're
Look at
Pacey.
the
and-
Reddit,
What was Katie's name on Dawson's Creek?
Joey.
Because Pacey and Joey are making a movie together.
Yes. Well, and the whole thing is it's a romance movie about previous lovers, and they find each other later in life.
He didn't wanna do
She
this
wrote
movie.
it. No. It's hers.
Oh, so
I think he did want to do it.
No, because he knows that people like Danielle are going to be like, oh, they're going to fall in love now.
I mean, I guess.
Well, that's why I felt bad.
Like Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Right. Clearly, I saw it in a movie. They're doing it.
Yeah.
Like Pam Anderson and Liam Neeson.
Those guys are doing it. Yeah, weird. Now that the movie, it's weird that now that the Naked Gun promotion has stopped, how come nobody's talking about Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson being an elderly couple
Yeah, how
anymore?
come they're not going out together and doing stuff?
That's odd.
Must have fizzled.
I guess it fizzled out right after the promotional cycle.
See?
Strange. Really strange. I mean, I'm glad you got the picture.
Yeah, me too.
Were you trying for a Katie?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and didn't.
Of course. But now that I know she's A-list, I feel like I wouldn't have known what to do. Like maybe she wouldn't have said yes to it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but you would have been like, remember when you had to escape Scientology? Want to talk about it on Reddit?
Right.
Want an AMA?
It was so bad.
Should be like, we have to get this person off set. This person, where's security?
Well, see, I'm self-aware, so I briskly walked away.
You're self-aware post-moment.
Yes.
Right, not in the moment, but right after.
Yeah.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went poorly. I wondered, did you tell the guy what you did? The guy that hooked it up? Did you tell him what you did?
I think I did. Like, I mean, it was like through like message, so I think I was just like, oh, like some crying emojis,
right.
you know, just like, oh, why did I do that?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's tough.
But you know, if you didn't see it happen, you don't understand like how.
Right, you really need to.
Yeah, everyone else was like, don't worry, he probably forgot already. And I was like,
no, there's no way.
He had a horrible shoot day because of me.
Who do you mean? What do you mean everyone else was like?
That I told.
Oh.
Friends, family.
Reddit?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I actually kept it to myself. No, I kept it to myself.
Vlog?
Yeah.
Dawson
but
vlog?
I didn't want to tell everyone. I don't know. I kind of gate kept it.
Wait, so Joey and Dawson weren't the couple on that show? I thought Katie Holmes and James Vanderbeek were like the 1 and 2.
Well,
yeah, that's what I would have guessed.
Well, I mean, that's what Kevin wanted.
Who's Kevin?
Kevin Williamson, the creator, Scream.
Scream. We love Kevin. We love Kevin Williamson.
He's the best. He wanted them, and they were not good together.
Oh, they just didn't have chemistry.
No, yeah.
So we
but
bring
also
in...
but also the writing of the show. Well, here's the thing. It's a controversial thing, you know, half and half. Ship them, half ship them. It's like a thing within the fandom.
Yeah.
So you're either a, JP or a JD.
JD?
But
who's JD?
Joey Dawson.
Joey Dawson.
You know.
So and then they bring in Michelle Williams to be another love interest for Dawson?
Well, actually, no. The show starts season 1.
Right.
Dawson's obsessed with Michelle because she's the new girl from New York.
I get it.
Meanwhile, you know, but Joey is like madly in love with Dawson secretly forever.
Right.
And Dawson's
she's
just
known him
idiot.
forever.
Yes. Dawson's just dumb and has no clue. And then at the season
like Cher in Clueless when she realizes she's totally butt crazy in love with Josh.
Exactly.
Got it.
But like worse because Dawson, whatever.
Right.
But then in the season finale, she dresses up for a pageant, sees her in makeup, and then is like, "Oh my God, I love you too." Crazy.
Did they play Kiss Me? Like in She
No,
Called
that was
That?
season 2 actually
Nice.
for Pacey and Andy. But
oh, I got you.
know.
I got
but
you.
yeah, no. So it was on and off all the way until the finale actually between Joey and Dawson or Joey and Pacey, Joey and Dawson, Joey and Pacey. But
Where'd they end up?
Pacey won.
Thruple.
No,
Thruple? That's
no.
cool.
Yeah, Dawson was actually alone. He ends alone, so whatever.
Were people like that or they didn't like that? I thought it was his creek.
No, most people. No, it's Pacey's Pond.
It is.
Yeah.
So Pacey, the show was originally intended to be about Dawson, but then Pacey was like, "Nah, this is my show."
Well, no, it was supposed to be about Dawson, but then everyone realized he's just an adult Caillou. So then it's
Caillou?
Yeah, you know Caillou, the
I'm not-
brat,
No.
the child show,
the kids show,
the bald kid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I guess that's not
What's
your
Caillou's
time.
personality?
He's just a brat.
Gotcha. And Dawson's kind of brat.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone.
But not brat like a brat, but not Brat Summer.
Not Brad Summer.
Gotcha.
Not Charlie.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
But you know what I mean? But then people started loving Joshua Jackson so much that it's
Pacey.
everyone like Pacey. And Pacey and Joey was like the it couple because it was like, this shouldn't be happening. There was so much
Right.
drama. It's so good.
Right, because you're watching the show and realistic, like you're like, this shouldn't be happening from a narrative perspective, but also realizing that the intention of the show was for it not to happen, but it just naturally happened.
And their chemistry was so good.
I see.
Unreal.
I see.
You know?
It's like when Simpsons was supposed to be about Bart.
Right, and then they were like,
about Homer.
Homer is our star.
Mhm. You never know. And also, the Kevin, he was gone after the second season. So they had different showrunners just do whatever they wanted with the show.
That's when they messed things up.
No, that's when it got better.
The show having different
Well,
showrunners
because
was better.
he wanted Dawson and Joey.
He was
Yeah.
married to it. That was
Yes.
his vision.
Yes.
And then these other showrunners came in and they were like, nah.
Well, and the audience and Warner Brothers, everyone was like,
Right.
You
Like
know.
when J.J. Abrams started Star Wars and he was like, we're going to leave like all these loose ends and then you fix them.
I mean, that goes down as one of the worst ideas any movie company has ever had.
Well, like J.J., you do the first one because J.J.
Then we'll get
loves
someone else to do the second one.
Right, because J.J. loves setting up a mystery. He's like, I don't have to do the second one. All right.
And then we'll
Deal
get
with
someone
this.
else to do the third one.
Right. Because the second one got so fucked up.
But I mean, like, just to have that plan at the outset.
Right.
Just like 3 different movies, 3 different directors. Go.
It should be one guy kind of in charge of.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Terrible idea.
But you love that Dawson's Creek has many different showrunners. Because they finally got to where they were supposed to go.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I think Greg Berlanti was like the GOAT of it all.
We love Greg Berlanti.
He got the Governor's Award at the Emmys last year,
Mm.
and he gave a speech, and that's what got me to start Dawson's Creek exactly a year ago today.
You were just watching the Emmys.
Yes.
And then just saw this guy, Greg Berlanti, talking.
Yes.
And you had no familiarity.
Yes.
You're just like, this Greg Berlanti, he said it.
Yeah.
He said it.
It was a great speech.
Right. And you were like, I got to look up this guy's work. And
Yeah.
what did he start with Dawson's?
That was it.
When did he start? Like, what season?
Oh, 98. I guess second or third. He was like young. He just started as a writer.
But like third season. So you're like, I'm really here for Greg Berlanti. Let me get through the Kevin Williamson years because we're finally going to get to this guy who gave this speech at the Emmys that I was just watching.
No. When I watch shows, I don't do any Googling of any sorts, of any name or anything at all. So I didn't know any of this.
So first 2 seasons, you're like, I don't know, Greg Berlanti, you're not exactly hitting it out of the park here.
No, I think when you watch, you think, okay, Dawson and Joey, like, what am I supposed to be rooting for? Because for me, I'm like, this is 25 years ago. Like, it was a slow burn. I was like, this is a good show. And then it just got better and better and better.
So you only started watching this 1 year ago.
Yes.
And you've watched all of the seasons.
Of course.
Many times.
Of course.
You loved this show.
Well, it goes beyond that. And I think that wasn't, I didn't really specify this last time I was here because you guys were kind of making fun of me that it's only been a year. But like,
I don't think I don't think we would make fun of you.
Well, a little bit. And it's because
you have a passion. I think I'd celebrate that, but okay.
Right. Yeah. But it's like, I'm talking the only music I've listened to now for the entire year are songs featured in the show, Reddit, and then like it's, you know what I mean? It's a lot. It's
a lot.
It's a lot for a whole year.
Are your parents worried?
They're kind of used to it.
Okay, that's tough.
Yeah, because I've done this before, but not maybe to this extent. But I haven't started any new shows or anything like that. So.
Why, this really did go up 11 months ago. It's Greg Berlanti's speech. It was last year's Emmys.
By the way, he wrote you.
Yes, and in Riverdale, that was a really big thing for me.
I love
school.
you.
That's why I brought it up.
I mean, I didn't watch the last season. Though.
Really?
I didn't finish you. I just didn't turn it on.
Are you planning on it?
No, I don't know. I just didn't turn it on. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why? Because I didn't finish the second to last season. I didn't finish the London season.
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah, I thought it got really goofy.
I didn't get it.
No, and so especially when like they come back for part B and it's like it was all in his head, and I'm like,
stupid.
So, but I mean, first couple seasons of that show,
So good.
especially that first season, untouchable. Which, by the way, was originally a Lifetime program.
You?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't realize that, but I did really like it.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there was nothing. I rewatched the speech, and I was like, "There's really nothing that great about it."
Can we watch a little bit of it? Because I'd like to see like Troy. Have you seen Dawson's Creek?
No.
So I'd like to see if
this might get me into it.
Yeah. If you listen to Greg Berlanti, you know Greg Berlanti?
I don't.
Okay, and you didn't know him at all before this speech.
No,
Right.
because what I knew about Dawson's Creek is I knew. Whatever, there was a comfort show from the 90s, and it was known for having like the first gay kiss. But then when you look it up, it's like that's actually not entirely true.
Wasn't that Ellen?
Yeah, I thought that was
Well, that's what I know. But that's what he was kind of talking about in his speech, and he was saying how he was like young and
He's taking
whatever.
credit for it?
Yeah, he's taking Ellen's credit now that everybody hates Ellen.
He was like, yeah, but I did.
Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Because he said this, he goes, no, I did it with dudes. That's different.
No, but I feel like that must have been done before, right? Maybe Will and Grace. I don't know. I didn't watch that, but don't you think?
I would think so.
2000. It was in 2000. That feels a little late, but I don't know.
Feels a little late. Feels like you're a little behind the 8 ball because dudes were making out way before 2000.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't
dude.
know.
Yeah, I was in high school before.
Yeah, what?
Huh?
What?
All right, let's listen to Greg Berlanti. There he is.
He's handsome gentleman.
I guess.
Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen, not just for your kind words, but your incredible friendship and talent through the years. Thank you,
look
Chris
who it
Abrego
is.
and the Board of Governors
Joshua
for this deeply
Jackson.
humbling
That's right.
honor of
Pacey.
a lifetime, an opportunity of a lifetime to express my gratitude. First, to everyone at home who's watched our shows, there is no thank you that would ever be enough. I wanted to be a part of television even before I knew how that was possible. Like so many Gen X kids in the 70s and 80s, the one color TV our family could afford was on around the clock in our house, and I watched and loved all of it. Now, there wasn't a lot of gay characters on television back then, and I was a closeted gay kid, and it's hard to describe how lonely that was at the time. There was no internet to connect with other queer kids, no LGBTQ plus advocacy groups in schools, Back then, the only way to tell if another kid might be gay was if he also watched Dynasty, Dallas, and could name all 4 of the Golden Girls. It's true. Then the initial reports of AIDS started showing up on the news, and for the first time in my life, I saw openly gay men on television. Too many were dying, but they were also in the streets. Men holding hands with other men, marching and fighting for their lives. And they gave me hope that I might one day have their courage to come out and share my truth with the world.
You know, so it's pretty
That's beautiful.
The other thing that happened because of the television.
Moment,
I don't want to watch Dawson's Creek because of this.
well, I mean, it's a beautiful speech and a beautiful sentiment.
Yeah.
And I also like watching it in this context because I feel like it's almost a modern day Danielle origin story.
Yes.
You know, as you're watching, like this is very formative for what the last year has been like for you.
And it was already on my list of things that I was needing to watch. So then it was like
Dawson's Creek was, or
Yes.
the Greg Berlander speech.
No. Dawson's Creek.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just didn't know. I didn't know what was in store for me. You know.
I gotta watch that speech.
You gotta watch. Don't forget this speech I keep hearing about. I mean, does he mention Dawson's Creek in the speech?
Or were you just inspired by him? And
No,
you were like,
I
what
think
did he do?
he does because I think that's what he's talking about. But yeah, it was just more of like I've been meaning to watch the show, and he got this bigger award.
Right.
And go off.
The universe is telling me.
Yes.
The time is now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But the time has just been oof.
And it hasn't. What other shows are on your list?
Well, you know what's actually funny? Well,
these are gonna be all old WB shows.
No. Oh, well, okay.
The Wayans brothers.
I've seen here and there. But actually, you know, it's funny. You were asking if my parents are worried, whatever. I was thinking about it, and I was like, all right, I can keep watching Dawson's Creek, but I lose a lot of time rewatching, and yes, but not.
Why are you pointing at me?
I just had an itch.
Oh.
Mm.
They think I watch the OJ show too much.
Well, okay. Well, speaking of that, I have many lists, and on purpose, I made lists of shows and movies and things so that I get culture because there's a lot of references and things that I just don't know.
You do need
Because
culture.
I do. And it's like all my stuff is like literally Hannah Montana references, now
Hannah
Dawson's
Montana.
Creek reference.
You know that one?
I do.
Okay.
I got Molly, I got White.
You know that one too.
I only know it because people like sing it when they see me.
Sure.
But,
That's cool.
You know, so I've made many lists, and I actually have a list of like, you know, old classics that my mom made for me where it's like I can't even think. Like Do the Right Thing, Animal House, like you know, or E.T., Jaws, like things like that,
Yeah.
which I'm getting into. But then I also
That's
have
foundational.
Yes.
Yes.
Then I have one that I've kind of been making with other things, more of like The Truman Show,
Nice.
and like Napoleon Dynamite. I've never seen. I know Goodfellas, like all these things that I'm just like.
Rockstar starring Mark Wahlberg.
Well, and then my third list is called Sam Roberts Show Prep, and I've already gotten a little bit into it.
Okay.
And on this list, should I read it?
Yes, please. Yeah.
WrestleMania 1,
Okay.
WrestleMania 2.
So I have Rockstar first.
That's amazing.
I mean, they're not in order, but it's
Sure,
just as
sure.
I thought of it. So Rockstar, The Rehearsal, I Think You Should Leave,
Okay.
Showgirls, Black Mirror, Barbarian, Tom Green stuff.
Okay.
The OJ trials, which I've started, and so
Yeah.
I get it.
Which one, the doc or
she's
the
watching
doc?
the trial.
Oh no, well the doc because
the doc,
I
the
heard.
multi-part doc?
Mhm.
You should also, okay, so here's my advice.
Okay.
Watch all 5 parts of the doc, the 30 for 30,
Yeah.
then the Ryan Murphy dramatization of it.
Wait, what? Wait,
American Crime Story.
what? Wait, pause. No, I'm watching the Ryan Murphy one.
Okay, well then after you watch the Ryan
That's the
Murphy one,
dramatization.
there's a documentary that's 5 parts.
What is that one called? Because there's so many.
Made in America.
Yeah.
Made in America. Oh, would you say I should watch that first, technically?
Bump that to the
Because
top.
somehow I actually don't know what happens, so I'm kind of watching.
No, watch the dramatization.
Okay.
So you can go like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like I remember learning about it in school, but as of right now, if you were to ask me, like, where he is now, what happened to him, I'm like,
There's a happy
I don't-
ending, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Would you say this? Justice is served.
And then Sex Drive. For you,
Mike, for Mike.
And I
That's
watched
good.
it, and it was great.
Hilarious.
You
it
love
was
that.
so good, and it makes a lot of sense.
Very funny movie.
Romp?
Yeah.
Of course, it's a romp.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no,
Cheeky romp filled with hijinks and shenanigans.
Yep.
Wow.
From 2008. So good.
I got to see that.
Yeah.
No, that's a great foundational
Can I give you one?
Sam Roberts
Yeah.
show list.
Airplane.
Oh, I've seen it before, but a long time ago at a birthday.
That should probably go on the older classics.
The classics.
That's like Jaws. You know what I mean? E.T.,
Yeah.
Airplane. It's from the 1970s.
Well, 1980.
Isn't it 80?
80?
Yeah.
I mean,
It was filmed in the 70s.
yeah. It has a 70s sentiment to it.
Yeah,
would
but
say.
then you know my stuff that I want to watch for myself, which will come years and years from now because I'm still too stuck on Dawson's. But then that gets into like Felicity and the OC and One Tree Hill and
You're going to
and
go
Res-
crazy when you see these shows.
I know, but the thing is like I can't just start a show like after I finish
Oh my
one
God,
like an average person.
I can't wait till you watch the OC.
Yeah.
And then you see like Olivia Wilde as like a person now.
She's in that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Yeah,
Remember when
she's in it.
Felicity cut her hair?
That was massive.
I do know about that.
Have you seen Varsity Blues?
No, but that's on my other list, and then my fifth or whatever
Okay.
list is keeping so I don't stray too far from Dawson's Creek because it can be overwhelming with all this new media.
Danielle, can I tell you a program to put at the top of your list because it's one of the best shows ever, but also you're going to be obsessed with it?
Oh yeah.
Friday
Night
Night
Lights. Mm.
Lights.
My sister's watched that before.
I mean, this show, it's going to, if I could just say, knock your socks off.
Early 2000s? Late 90s?
Yeah, no. Early, like first decade of the 2000s for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. You're going to love this Friday Night Lights show. You're going to start like stalking, what's his name, Tim Riggins.
But see, but I
Yeah,
can't make
first
any
thing.
promises that it's going to be anytime soon just because I have to be ready for my life to change a bit, you know?
Because you can't just watch.
Yeah.
Like right now, you're a Dawson's Creek person. Now, will Reddit consider you somebody who betrayed them if you leave and start, like, you're just not on the Dawson's Creek thing anymore, and they find you on the Friday Night Lights subreddit?
Yeah. I
That could
can't
be
really
very
do.
controversial.
I know that name.
Yeah, wait a second.
Well, normally the obsessions have like expiration dates at some point, so like I guess it would just be done with Dawson's Creek altogether.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Wow.
But yeah, and so then my other list is things that the Dawson's Creek characters have been in separate. So Varsity Blues.
Rules and Attractions?
Yes, I haven't watched that yet.
So good.
Yeah, I was watching like Teaching Mrs.
Tingle.
Have you seen that?
Are you kidding me?
I loved it. It was
It's
so
in-
good.
Mrs. Tingle.
No
Teaching
one knows
Mrs.
it.
Tingle is outrageously good.
Well, you know who did it? You know who wrote it?
Wasn't it, yeah, what's his face?
Kevin Williamson.
Of
It was his
course.
first thing ever, actually.
Yeah, it was what he wrote that before Scream.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he got his shot. Yeah, Teaching Mrs. Tingle. People don't know it? Or
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It used to be
no,
called
he did Scream.
Killing Mrs. Tingle.
Was it Scream was before Teaching Mrs. Tingle?
Yes, but he wrote it first.
Right. Oh, so
wrote
he
it
had
in,
it
like,
ready
yes,
to go.
yes.
This is my one I'm ready. Yeah.
He wrote it in like 95.
No, Teaching Mrs. Tingle is unbelievable. I mean,
It
it's
was so great.
Unbelievable.
It's so good. And it's like right there in that sort of late 90s teen horror wave when it was all coming back. I can't believe like Teaching Mrs. Tingle is not one of the more remembered ones.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is really good. And I think I've been really appreciating horror movies more. Because I remember.
Especially 90s teen horror.
That's what I like. Yeah. Because I feel like prior to that, I never really watched it. It was newer ones that I felt were just too, like, sound effects, too whatever. But now it's like Donnie Darko, American Psycho. Like, I'm loving it.
Have you seen
So good.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, the original?
Yes. Which, so much better than the new one, in my opinion, obviously.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Doesn't even compare.
But you haven't fallen down the Freddie Prinze Jr. spiral yet.
No, I mean, I watched She's All That
What about Summer
during
Catch?
COVID. No.
Oh, Summer Catch.
Summer Catch.
We added to the list.
Yeah. Summer Catch. Isn't that what it's called? Summer
that a
Catch?
rom-com?
Summer Pitch? Summer Catch?
I've never heard of anything called Summer Catch.
Summer Catch.
Yeah, the
Summer Catch.
the baseball league up in Massachusetts.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Freddie Prinze
Underrated.
Jr., Jessica Biel. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, and what's
Matthew
his name?
Lillard.
Stu from,
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard. Yeah, Summer Catch is unbelievable. Yeah. Summer Catch should be at the top of your list, too.
See, but yeah, so there's a lot. There's a lot, but I'm getting through it all. And everything's really, really good.
Jamie in San Diego. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Hey, I just wanted to see if anybody noticed, just an observation, not a criticism, but it seems like over the last month or so, the show is just slowly morphing into a 1990s nostalgia podcast.
Well, honestly, if that's the way, like, we started as one thing, much like Dawson's Creek, but if that's what we evolve into, that's what we evolve into.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Jamie.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
I got in trouble on the air. I thought I was going to marry a Caribbean queen. Instead, I got a chubby girl from Everett, and her brother, he was pissed. He's like, I don't really take kind to that. You're calling her chubby on the radio. And I go, Richie, really quick, she was a cheerleader, right? Yeah, she was a cheerleader. I go, where was she on the pyramid? He just started laughing. He goes, she was the bottom. But listen, the thing is...
The Bonfire, weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on Faction Talk or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Take a ride. I want to take a little ride. Over 2 decades of country essentials.
Y2 Country.
Just give it away. The channel that takes you from Toby and George through Carrie and Jason. Country. All the way up to Luke and Thomas Rhett.
Look what God gave him. 2000s Country.
The country superstars of the 2000s are on Y2 Country, Channel 57, and the SiriusXM app.
Go.
It's official, sports fans. First Things First is a hit.
First Things First is a good mix of analysis and total ridiculousness. That is unbelievable. I'm all ears.
Nick, Drew, and Wilds are the MVPs of sports shows.
I'm Mahomes, you're Kelsey, and you're Andy Reid.
I kind of want to be Mahomes, or at least Kelsey.
Yeah, I think I'm more Mahomes.
First Things First, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow, and my husband Ryan died when he was 35 years old, when my 2 sons were 4 months old and 4 years old. And although we never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance for either of us, the unexpected happened. And with the financial security that the life insurance policy set me up with, I was able to not only take care of the practical stuff, which is really important, like paying the bills, but most importantly, I was able to focus on my grief, my mental health, and my 2 kids. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. And there's no blood tests, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage just by answering a few simple medical questions online.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/quote. That's ETHOS.com/quote.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody. Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Eczema flaring up again. We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart and other fine stores.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Let's go to Sean in North Carolina. Welcome to Sam Roberts Show.
Hey, Sam, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Hey, how are you? Good. All right. So I got emo movies. Is the list open?
We're not.
I mean, first of all, it sounds like you said emu movies, so I don't know if these are Australian flicks.
Are they Limu emus?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can suggest. Yesterday we did, and it really did become quite a topic. I invented the genre of emo movies yesterday, and Travis is still fighting it, but he knows he's losing the battle hard. Because, like, we came up with 9 movies. Everybody's interested. And even after the show, I was like, did you hear the Benny Safdie interview? And people were like, yeah. But I have a suggestion for the emo movie thing.
No, nobody said that.
100%. 100% they did.
Well, congratulations on interviewing Benny Safdie. That's awesome.
Right.
And I have a question for you. Are we looking at the emo movies in the frame of like 2006, or are we looking at them now and then classifying them as emo movies?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to tell me what you're talking about.
All right, fair enough. All right, so I'm going to list off 3.
Oh my gosh.
Bottle Rocket, Fun, and Napoleon Dynamite.
See, thank you, Sean. You're getting confused with the Little Miss Sunshine thing. Indie darlings are not emo movies. Okay, those are all indie darlings. No, and those are certainly not emu movies. And Doug wasn't in any of them. And Doug. Yeah, so no. Those are, I know, because once again, it's catching on like wildfire.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it.
9 movies does not a genre make.
You had a hell of a time answering those calls yesterday, didn't you?
People were very excited.
Very excited.
Yeah. But I guess there was some question of what falls under emo.
Yeah, who knows?
You know, like, and it seems like if something's too, like if you're saying in bands, like, you know, somebody would say like My Chemical Romance was an emo band, but but they got too big, so then they kind of moved out of that emo category. So you wouldn't,
because it's like pop emo,
right? So it's like there's that question of like what fits into that genre.
Sure, and I think a movie could be taken out of the emo genre and put into the more mainstream, and I think I would if something did become too mainstream. Then yeah, but there's a lot of emo posers too. Don't forget.
Emo poser movies.
Well, the emo posers need emo poser movies. That's right. And those would still be emo movies.
So it has to be emotional like that, and it has to still sort of be not mainstream, it's sort of in the underground world. Right?
Yeah, and it has to, I mean, it has to be like something that you had never watched, but your emo girlfriend had in her movie collection, and then you watched it because, you know, you wanted her to be happy about it, and also, you know, you're a younger person, maybe you'll hook up while the movie's on. You see what I'm saying? So you're kind of ignoring the movie anyway, but then you find out she's really into the movie, which is kind of a bummer because you don't like the movie to begin with.
Couldn't that just be a chick flick?
No. A chick flick is a completely different thing.
I'm going home.
A chick flick is very romantic, right?
Some of these are romantic.
Some are, but they're more
Juno
emo.
on the list. Juno was massive.
I know, but it's like massive for like the emo kids. It's an emo. Juno's for sure an emo movie. For sure.
You're playing real fast and loose with your rules.
You got to trust your gut. You know. I know. You got to trust. You trust your gut on some of this stuff.
Travis is also really into movies, so I would listen to his opinion.
Thanks, Troy.
He doesn't even think it exists as a genre.
It doesn't.
Everybody else
thought of 9 movies, but there's 9 Friday the 13th.
Well, that was your argument yesterday. It was actually pretty solid. But
and also, titling a genre can come after, like, yacht. They didn't call that music yacht rock in the 70s.
That's right.
No, but there's a lot of yacht rock. There's a clearly defined.
Well, we're filling this out right now, and we have been. I mean,
we are not doing anything. You are placing your.
That's cool. Well, I mean, if you're like, oh, I'm Travis, I'd like to be on the wrong side of history. That's up to you.
You think this is almost like a Holocaust situation?
Well, I don't know if it's that serious, but
people were on the wrong side of history.
They were 100% on the wrong side of history there. This, I would say, is a little less life and death.
Okay.
But it is still, you're on the wrong side of history with this. Not to the same extent.
You're not trying to minimize that.
No. No.
We're not young Republicans.
That's right. We don't have any group texts that are going to come out.
Travis is just like the guy who called the cops on the people having fun at Stonewall.
This isn't fun.
He's a little like that. Again, maybe not quite so serious.
Having fun at Stonewall.
Frank in Massachusetts. I'm not doing a whole bunch of these, by the way.
Yes, you are.
I'm not going to do all these. I'm not going to do a whole bunch. But what's up, Frank?
Hear me out. American Beauty. You got a teenage boy getting beat up by his dad, filming paper bags, floating around, and a teenage girl that hates her dad for no reason.
No, and I get it, and I get where you're coming from, but your parents watched American Beauty, so it can't be emo. You know what I mean? All
right, fair enough.
Yeah, see, you get it. See, Frank.
Why, parents can't be emo?
No. As a matter of fact, there was a whole SNL skit this week about how absurd it would be to have an emo mom.
Was there?
Yes, Amy Poehler played emo mom.
That's funny.
Right.
I like Amy.
Right. Right. Amy Poehler was like going through. It was a mom that was going through it, and she came in as an emo. And it was. I mean,
but I thought she was a cool mom.
No, that's a different. It is also Amy Poehler, and she is also a cool mom. If you're gonna drink, do it under my roof. But see, like this, it was a whole uproarious SNL skit.
It was uproarious.
I would call it uproarious.
Wow.
But it was about the absurdity of having a mom who is emo. So
I don't know what's so absurd about that.
With that, moms aren't emo.
If that's who you are, that's who you are. Like throughout life.
We can't be a mom and like Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
If you do, it would be in secret.
Why? Is there some like cutoff to liking bands that you grew up with?
You can't. An emo is not fit to raise children.
Of course, why not?
Don't call them an emo.
An emo would not be fit to raise a child.
Why?
Because it would. I mean, to raise a child with that level of doom and gloom, it'd be just a really glum
it's
child.
It's not all about doom and gloom.
Of course it is. It's emo.
That's goth.
No. Goth is even.
Didn't you watch South Park?
Yes, I did. Goth is different. No, just emo. Like, you want your kids to look at you want to present the world in as great a way as possible for your children, and an emo isn't capable of that. Plus,
it sounds so much like a slur.
Plus, that's who they are. That's who they are. An emo is not capable of that, and I respect and love the emos.
You're saying that an emo is not capable of something?
They're not capable of raising children, and they shouldn't raise children. You grow out of being an emo, and then you raise the children, and then you tell your child, I was once an emo. That would be what you would do.
What about like a metalhead?
Well, no, metalheads are fine, because think about Florentine.
Okay.
That's fine. But metalheads do have like a low-key optimism, really.
Do they?
Because metalheads like to party.
That's true.
And nobody likes to party if they don't have a low-key, at least, optimism.
Okay.
Because partying rules.
I'll give you that point.
Right.
But I still think emos are capable of raising children.
I don't think so. Because then they'll have little emo babies.
I was going to say, they can definitely
100%.
raise kids, but they would raise a mad emo kid.
And you don't want a mad emo kid. That's the worst thing you could have.
But a kid doesn't necessarily follow in their parents' footsteps.
That's all they know.
If they rebelled against their parents in a serious way, then I would approve of an emo parent. But generally, I don't approve of emo parents.
Maybe they wouldn't even make it that far. They grow up so like emo
yeah.
that they're just like, why did you do this? Like,
why'd
you?
Maybe, and I don't want to say it.
Unaliving. I'm sorry. We gotta stay in the algo.
Yeah, you can't. You just can't. You can't. You can't be an emo parent.
But you can also like hide your values from your children.
Well, that's okay. Then you and then reveal yourself later. But also, that's a problem.
And let them learn
to
on
reveal
their own.
yourself later in life as an emo and find out that you were raised by an emo this entire time would be really scary for a kid. I mean, that would be like, that would be almost like when you find out your mom has been sending the catfish text.
Yeah.
That would be a similar scenario.
What would be
I would
worse?
watch it. Probably the emo would be worse.
You think she wouldn't want to talk to her mom at the end of that documentary if it was like, yeah, my mom was an emo?
That's right. I think so.
Also, look at these are all awful suggestions.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand.
No, because
Jason in Jacksonville. What's up, Jason?
Hey guys, I wanted to say American History X is a emo movie.
No, of course it's not an emo movie. It's a great movie. It has nothing to do with an emo movie. Mike in Florida.
Hey, what's going on, fellers?
Hey, man.
The king of all emo movies would have to be Empire Records.
No, not even close. It's not even a little bit.
What?
It's literally it's like a Gen X alt rock classic. It has nothing to do with emo.
I mean, it's definitely that, but I mean, I don't know what else you need to have emo other than
it's Rex
Renee
Manning.
Zellweger Renee Zellweger in her finest performance, but also Liv Tyler with her manic freak out because she's taking drugs, and then there's the girl who has like a fake suicide, so they do a fake funeral for her. Like, this is emo all the way, man.
First of all, it sounds like you just really want to talk about all the plot points of Empire Records.
Who wouldn't?
And I love it.
Well, it's because it happens to be one of the best things from the 90s, but that's beside the point.
It's
not.
great.
It's actually a terrible movie.
No,
it's a
not.
horrible movie.
Okay, Mike, you're done.
That's just insane.
It's insane. It's insane, and he doesn't believe that.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't believe that.
No, he. Sometimes I feel like Mike needs to keep up appearances.
Yeah, he realized he was in too deep.
Yeah.
Kyle on Rhode Island. Or in Rhode Island? In Rhode Island. What's up, Kyle?
What's up? I already said The Butterfly Effect. I thought it was a good one.
See, no, unfortunately not, and I'll tell you why. It's too much of a... It's Ashton Kutcher, you know what I mean? Ashton Kutcher, no emo would support an Ashton Kutcher vehicle. Like, that was Ashton Kutcher trying to get a foot in the door of the emos, but it did not work. So, no. And if anything, it's closer to an emo poser movie than an emo movie, but no. TJ in St. Louis?
Hey, salutations, boys. Hey, the term is elder emo for us older guys now with kids and families and careers.
Okay, well, but that's that's a different thing, TJ. An elder emo...
You're saying TJ can't raise a kid.
No, I said emos can't. Elder emos may be.
That's just an older emo.
No, it isn't. It's a totally different way of life. Because
and can I throw out a movie also? Donnie Darko.
Well, that was TJ. That's 100%. That's what this whole thing started. I said Donnie Darko's an emo movie, and I was told that's not a thing, and I was like, actually, it very much is. It very much is.
This is the most ridiculous conversation.
And an elder emo is totally different from an emo, because an emo would be full of misplaced teenage angst.
Okay, well, you didn't specify. You just said emos can't raise kids.
They can't, but an elder emo might be able to, because an elder emo. Okay, so an elder emo is who is this from, Mike? Is this the?
This is from Google's AI assistant.
Okay, good. That's where I want to get this from. An elder emo is an individual, typically a millennial, I like that, who grew up during the peak of the emo movement in the 1990s and 2000s and continues to embrace the music and culture into adulthood. Here, this is the really important part. Unlike the youthful phase of teenage angst, I told you.
Yeah,
I literally used the phrase teenage angst when I described it. The elder emo aesthetic is a more refined and nostalgic expression of self, often blending classic emo style with modern adult-friendly trends. That's exactly what my point was. I'm 100% on again. Like, that, yes, of course an elder emo could do it, because an elder emo has a more fully shaped view of the world and is not full of misplaced teenage angst. I mean, you got to admit, I was right on that.
Once again, Sam is right. Once again, Sam is right.
I mean, that feels a little tongue-in-cheek, but it is accurate, okay?
We're just celebrating you being right again.
Okay, well, that feels like you're being condescending to me, but I will appreciate the compliment. I'll take it. John in Virginia.
What about Girl Interrupted?
No, it's too big.
How is it too big?
Girl Interrupted was too mainstream.
Why? Because it was like a released by a
it was too mainstream.
major studio?
It was too mainstream. Everybody loved Girl Interrupted. It was a big movie. It was almost coming of age, for God's sake. Jason in Alabama.
Got 53%
I'm thinking like
who cares?
Edward Scissorhands. What do you think about Edward Scissorhands?
I mean, Edward Scissorhands was more of like a forefather of the emo film movement. You know, I don't think we were quite ready. It's not full-on emo because a lot of people, it's like a childhood sort of something they were raised on, and they love it so much. But it definitely was the roots of the emo movie genre, which is a genre.
Girl Interrupted made $48 million. It wasn't a
shout out to Girl Interrupted.
A huge movie.
It was mainstream, bro.
What is mainstream?
First of all, I don't. If I have to break that down for you, this is ridiculous. You don't know anything. Chris in New Jersey, what's up, Chris?
I hate it here.
Hey, what's up? I think I got number 10 for you. Okay. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Ooh.
I mean, 2008. A movie you would never see unless you were dating an emo chick. I don't know what else you need.
Chris, that's 100%. Yeah, add it to the list, please. Yes, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist is indeed an emo
There you go,
movie.
10.
I threw out the list from yesterday.
That's a genre.
Why would you
got
throw
10.
that out? Yeah.
Because it was stupid.
You're responsible for it.
A waste of
You're responsible for it.
He got so mad he wiped his ass with it.
I did, yeah.
Well, I hope he got a paper cut.
I didn't even have to go.
I wrote it down.
Thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
Because you understand. Like, just because, like, his feet are so plain. I don't know why he's so invested in the emo film genre not being a real film genre when we all know it is.
Someone has to keep you in check.
And he's very passionate, too. So
but he knows
I value his opinion on it.
But he knows he's wrong. Like, the phones are literally lit all the time talking about
and
emo
you're saying
movies.
no to all of them.
Because they're incorrect.
Everyone's calling up with movies, and you're like, no.
But if it was sort of made-up thing, people would be like, let me change the dial.
Not in my genre.
He's talking about some bullshit again.
No, people are staying on the dial because they're like, there's no way somebody could be this
they're
wrong
participating.
about something.
They're participating. You're wrong. And that's something you've got to deal with because you're wrong a lot. And I don't know what that's like. Wheezy in Indiana.
Hey, how about the classic Crash Test Dummy?
No, okay, now Wheezy, now it feels like you're going more towards Travis's side where you're making a mockery of this whole discussion. Of course not.
Oh,
that's a band. That's a band.
He just won't stop.
Corey in Rockland?
Well, first of all, that guy said Edward Scissorhands, and Edward Scissorhands, it made me cry. It made me cry. I can't. So what?
It's a beautiful movie.
That's right, Corey.
It made me cry.
It is a beautiful
movie. Cry.
Should be so lucky to have scissors for hands.
He got me into it. The only thing I can come up with is Reality Bites.
No, that's like a
Winona Ryder and Ben Stiller and I think Janine Garofalo.
That feels a little more like thank you for the call.
Like grunge movie.
That feels like the beginning of the sort of grunge. It's too important to the grunge movement.
That's a '90s movie.
It's too it's very close, but it's too important to the grunge movement.
It'll make me cry. That's gonna make me laugh.
Jason in New Orleans. What's up, Jason?
How you doing, my friend?
How are you?
I have a movie. I'm doing great. I want to throw out the famous, great movie, E.T.
No, of course not. I mean, can you imagine if I was like, Girl Interrupted is too mainstream, and then I was like, yes, E.T. makes it. I couldn't. I'd be called a fraud. No.
Then and only then.
See, E.T. will make you emotional, but that doesn't make it an emo movie. I mean, there are lots of songs, for example.
At the end?
I get emotional when I listen to Vitamin C's song, Graduation. Because I do think, what if this is the last time we hang out? It'll never be like this again. But I wouldn't call that an emo song. You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Some of you guys get it. Not all of you yet. You'll get it. You'll get there. Ursula in Connecticut.
Good morning. So being Gen X, I can say that probably the grandparent of emo would be The Breakfast Club.
I'm going to tell you, listen, there's an emo grandparent of emo character in The Breakfast Club, but John Hughes never made an emo movie.
All right.
See what I'm saying? Like, that's really what you got. The girl with the snowy dandruff, yes, emo lady. But no, if there is a grandparent to the emo film genre, it's Edward Scissorhands. But no. John Hughes movie is an emo movie. It's just not in the genre. Let's go to Benny in Wisconsin. What's up, Benny?
Salutations, boys and Danielle.
Salutations, you fine shit.
Fucking A. Hey, Sam, I want to compliment you on your great interview yesterday. The only critique I would have is whoever puts the shit on the screen, like now it says emo movies, instead of having just your phone number, have who's in studio. Because I didn't know who the hell you were talking about until way after, or even this morning. Because I don't listen to every minute of your show, but a great emo movie is a Full Metal Jacket.
Come on, that's Dirtbag by Wheatus on that soundtrack?
I think so.
Great soundtrack, great movie. James in Maine.
Hey, morning, everybody.
Morning.
I think looking back, I'd say the first emo movie might have been Cry Baby with Johnny Depp.
Well, I mean, I could see where you would say that, but I think
no, it wasn't on the soundtrack.
That's odd. Why? That's very Mandela effect. But I think John Waters movies generally fit into the more sort of not indie darling, but sort of film school-y, avant-garde genre.
Did you say John Waters or John Hughes?
Waters. He said Cry Baby.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I said John Waters.
I was about to say, okay.
No. I would not.
No, John Waters, that's not an emo.
No. John Waters is a more avant-garde indie.
Also, a complete legend.
Yeah, I love John Waters. I love everything he's influenced. I mean, I think he's incredible. Also, one of the best episodes of The Simpsons ever. Zap. Dad, why did you take me to a gay steel mill? I don't know.
We work hard and we party hard.
No, we work hard. We play hard. All right. No more movies. Oh, thank God. Mike in PA.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I was wondering, how long in the future do you think it's going to take until we get sexy Dylan and Eric school shooter shows showing them going through their high school and just getting into, like, their human character?
It really is a problem. Like, the idea that, like, oh, no, I wanted to add the humanity. I wanted to...
I mean, I don't even bother.
All right, you're right. That's so funny. I'm trying to move on, and I'm hanging up on calls.
Do you want me to take these calls? Or?
Yeah, take them in case there's something good.
By the way, Loser was the movie with teenage dirtbags.
Okay, yeah, that's the Jason Biggs movie. Yeah, you can take them, Troy.
No, stop.
Yeah, because there might be a good movie on there that I like.
Go for a bike ride.
Take the calls. Don't listen to him. He's biased. But there really is, like.
Look at all these.
I know. Well, they want to talk about emo movies.
None of them are emo movies. We've added one to your.
What? I mean, because this is like. We're like the Lewis and Clark. We're like the Lewis and Clark of the emo movie genre. Like,
right.
We are.
They didn't find everything on the first day.
No, and a lot of people said they were crazy. A lot of people were like, "You'll never." They said this doesn't exist. They said this is not a thing. They said it's only not a thing because it hasn't been discovered. Now look, we're already seeing some suggestions come in, and they're not good suggestions.
No.
And some of these we covered yesterday. You know. This is making best of the week, right?
No.
It's got to. Emo movies, now it's a thing.
No, this is like...
Stop with your bias. I'm gonna...
Mike, don't make this best of the week.
Mike, you have to.
Well, the good news is that the Thursday show will replay. So they'll get to enjoy this over and over again.
What about yesterday's segment?
I think I told them to cut it.
Why? You
No, I cut it for...
Oh, yeah, it has to be cut for best of. It's a thing that's been started.
I did say.
I believe yesterday, actually, is in the
good.
best of the week, so...
That was my mistake.
It's a thing now. Okay? And you can't make it not a thing just because you don't want it to be a thing.
Stop trying to make emo movies happen.
It's happening. Okay? What was the word?
Fetch.
This is so fetch right now. But yeah, I mean, I would like to think like there's enough people that don't like the Ryan Murphy show about Ed Gein that at some point they'll go like, yeah, we got to stop doing this, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I think I saw a review because the next one is the John Wayne Gacy show. The John Wayne Gacy program is coming out. That's coming to Peacock.
I think today.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be watching that.
I got so much on my to-watch list.
Well, I got to start The Chair Company. I haven't started The Chair Company yet.
Great first episode.
And there's a couple docs that we'll maybe talk about later. Mm-hmm. And this Gacy series, and then the It series, Welcome to Derby.
Oh, right. That comes out this week.
No, it comes out next week.
Next weekend?
I think it comes out the 26th.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw a review that they said that the John Wayne Gacy show,
Devil in Disguise,
the Devil in Disguise, and they're using the song "You're the Devil in Disguise."
Is that the theme song?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yes,
That's a little on the nose.
Yes, it is the theme song. Yes, it is.
All right.
I think, by the way, Tony Burton, super agent, just texted in, one list at a time, please finish One-Hit Wonders, asking for a friend. This is not a ranking list, by the way. This is the discovery of a film genre.
Oh,
two completely separate things, and we will be doing both simultaneously. And then we're going to do another list. What do you prefer, emo list or
no
One-Hit Wonder list?
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
Every story, every angle, all in one place. From breaking news to in-depth reporting to the voices shaping the conversation, the SiriusXM news channels keep you informed. From national headlines to business news to international stories impacting the world. All your news in one place, including Fox News Channel, CNN, MS Now, Fox Business, CNBC, Fox News Headlines 24/7, and more. Beginning at Channel 112 and on the SiriusXM app.
Are you romantically in love with your cell phone carrier? Heart emoji. I've never heard anyone say that they love paying over $1,000 a year for cell service. Chuck McDowell here to save you money and find true love with Red Pocket Mobile. Forget everything you think you know about cell carriers. Red Pocket Mobile has reinvented cell phone service with better coverage, better rates, and better service. With premium 5G plans starting at just $10 a month, you're guaranteed the best combination of service and pricing, period. Plus, Red Pocket gives you not one, but all 3 major 5G networks to choose from for the best coverage ever. And you get to keep your phone and number. Now that's something to fall in love with. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch now and get 1 locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in less than 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. He was in great health. Was out of nowhere. Had a stroke. And super hard, obviously, for the whole family. But my dad had life insurance. So even after he passed away, he was still able to provide for my mom. And of course, by extension, my brother and I. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com. Because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test. Just a few health questions. 10 minutes. You're covered. Your family is covered. You can get $2 million in coverage for $2 a day. That's a 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. We don't like to talk about death in our culture, but everyone's going to die. You are going to die. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/free. Rates may vary, billed monthly. ethos.com/free.
In shady times, let there be light and let there be drag. RuPaul's Drag Race is back with a glowing new season, and you can watch all the queens shine on MTV with Philo. Philo's the most affordable way to watch the new season live and has everything a true superfan needs in one subscription. Get all the top channels, including MTV, VH1, TLC, and BET. A library of over 85,000 movies and shows, and a way to save all your favorites and rewatch them for a year. All for just $33 a month. Access to HBO Max Basic with ads plan, AMC Plus, and Discovery Plus is also included in the core package. And best of all, if you sign up today at philo.tv, you'll get $8 off your first month. There can only be one winner on the all-new season of RuPaul's Drag Race on MTV. So sign up at philo.tv. That's PHILO.tv to find out who will take the crown.
We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
There's sorcery afoot. Sorcery is happening in the studio right now. Welcome back. Oz Perlman is here. Oz,
Sam Roberts, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
I hope my radio voice is smooth.
It's good. It's good. I'm a fan. I'm glad you're here. I've wanted to talk to you for a long time. I'm a friend of Pat McAfee's, so seeing
call Pat right now. He'll call me a demon.
Seeing the relationship that you guys have built is a kick to me. Because I mean, for someone like you,
yep,
who I mean, you are athletic in the sense that you're a marathon runner.
That's true.
But what you
from the waist down, from the top to up, I can barely bench my body weight. I don't even think half my body weight's embarrassing.
But when you go in and do what you do in front of, say, like an NFL team.
Yep.
And you look at the reactions that they have and the fact that you end up with full control over this entire room of, I mean, the best of the best NFL teams.
Right.
There has to be an amazingly fulfilling feeling.
Oh, it's the best. It's also, it's a huge rush when you do those rooms. If anyone's seen these clips, they kind of go viral. ESPN has put them out, NFL, College Game Day. Because one is I try to always raise the bar. So I've done it for 4 seasons now, and the reason they keep putting it out is not because they love this face. It's because the videos do well, and the fans get to see them. But also, I try to do new and different things every time and keep upping the ante.
Yes.
And in that room, again, what's happened is kind of, do you remember Bo-Rat? When Ali G would do Bo-Rat?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So at a certain point, you couldn't keep doing the gag because everybody knows who Bo-Rat is,
yeah.
Right? The character died. So now I've hit a wall where when I walk in the room, 3 years ago, nobody knew who I was. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn. Everybody in these
100%.
football players has seen the clips, and they're on guard. And I've got guys in the room who their sole Their sole goal when they're in there is like, we're going to get this guy this time. He's not going to get inside my head. And so when that happens and you're able to win them over and blow them away, it's all the more fulfilling. And the reactions are like, it's like a powder keg exploded because they said going in, there's no way this is going to work on me.
So is it difficult doing a press tour like you're on, like coming in and doing a show like this?
Sure.
Because for some of those things, I'm sure when you did Rogan, for example, spend a lot of time, figuring out exactly what you're going to do and figuring out how you're going to impress. Even doing McAfee, I'm sure a lot of work goes into that because it's a huge, huge show.
Sure.
But when you got the book out, the book, by the way, is called Read Your Mind, Proven Habits for Success from the World's Greatest Mentalists, which we'll get into for sure.
Thank you.
But
I'm going on D&D real quick. I walked in here so fast, I didn't have a chance.
Oh, yes.
There it is. Put my phone away so that later on you don't tell. It starts ringing. My publicist, like, I can't talk.
But when you're doing shows like this, and you're doing a couple shows here at Sirius, then you're moving out throughout the day, like you couldn't possibly have the time to research. Like you haven't. I don't believe that you've researched me. I don't believe that you've researched
I've
this show.
ChatGPT'd all of you. Travis Taft has secrets, and he's sitting there looking at me nervous.
So is it more difficult to know you're walking into rooms like this because we've all watched you?
Sure,
we're all expecting you to,
Yeah, it's definitely
have your
difficult.
Wizardry and everything.
It's a challenge. It's a different, unique challenge. Not because of the due diligence involved, but because of the quick timelines, the trying to mix it up, the fact that you can't really. How do I describe it? There's a texture to my act that involves building up to something where I have to kind of feel people out, and sometimes in quick radio hits you have to get it quick. You have to figure out quick what you're going to do.
When you said Travis Taft just now, were you reminding yourself so you could kind of lock it in?
Sure.
Right.
Well,
because I know I'm my name's on the screen, so it's easy.
Can't forget Sam Roberts.
Right, Sam Roberts is easy.
There's a cheat sheet everywhere in the Sirius studio right now, gang.
But you said Travis Taft. You asked him right before we came on. We talked for like a minute and a half.
Not
and that's
even,
it.
Yeah.
Right. And you asked him his name, and you asked him his last name. Is this sort of a trick? Like now you have it in here. I'm sure, especially in a conversation like this,
sure,
that information is going to go away quickly. Do you do what you just did to kind of lock it in further because now we've got repetition?
Absolutely. So again, not to immediately transition to the book, but what I want to tell people is this book comes out today, and I'm not going to teach you to be a mentalist. That's not the book. If you buy that, you're going to be very disappointed. There's other books that will teach you how to do mentalism tricks. I don't even want to teach you to be an entertainer. I want to teach you the core skills that I've developed over the last 30 years from learning how to reverse engineer the human mind. Knowing how people think allows me to know what you think. And so in this case, there's a series of skills that I think I can apply, and I know you can apply to any part of your life that come from my world, whether it has to do with deepening your relationships, whether it has to do with business, sales, managing people you work with, you work for. Everything in life is about relationships and how you interact with people, right? Nobody achieves success in a vacuum. And even that, knowing someone's name, you have no idea the value of that in your day-to-day life because most people don't put in the effort to remember a name.
Right.
And in your profession and mine, I will meet hundreds of people sometimes in a very short period. And I give a great example in the book, which is just like sound people, a person who puts my mic on. Mm-hmm. I always, in every instance, like if I died today, I hope it doesn't happen on my publication date, and my kids grow up and they'll go, what do I remember? That he loved us and that he always told us to be polite and respect others. There's this thing about the fact just pleases and thank yous, which sounds so silly, but having everyone feel seen and heard. And so I will always, even if I'm getting mic'd up, I go, what's your name? I reinforce their name. And my TED Talk, my book tells you how you will never forget a name again. Because that's the most awkward thing at a party. When you met someone and 2 seconds later, you're like, oh, what was her name?
Bro.
Oh.
It literally happens all the time.
And then you can't focus on the rest of the conversation or be present because you just keep thinking, oh my God, what was it Michael?
I mean,
was it Mark? What did that dude say? Maddie?
15 seconds.
Yep.
And I'm in the conversation going, shit.
So you know what? Should we
remember.
tell you right now? Should we give you a superpower for life?
Yeah.
Back of a shampoo bottle. 3 words.
Okay.
These are the instructions on every shampoo bottle in the world forever. Lather, rinse, repeat.
Right.
Lather, right? Your hair's got to smell good. Rinse, we got to clean out. Repeat, we got to sell more Pantene Pro V.
Right.
So here's what I want you to do. Those same 3 words, which everyone in the world can remember if you're 6 years old. Listen, repeat, reply. Listen, repeat, reply. So listen sounds like the simplest one. Everyone's like, that's what, of course, listen. Wrong. Most people, they didn't actually hear the name and input it in their mind because when you meet someone, do you know what you're thinking? a million other things.
Of course.
Oh my God, I'm hungry. Do I want a cup of coffee? Did I meet them before? What am I going to say next? Oh, right there, your brain is not very good at capturing new input when it's writing and thinking. So the number one thing that will get you to remember a name is when you meet someone. I know it's tough. Make your mind a blank. Right when you meet them, focus on nothing but what they say at that moment. Repeat. Instantly say their name back to them. Travis? Oh, that's so funny. Travis, I like that name. I don't hear that often. Twice, if you can. Because what you've now done is you've etched it into your brain 2 times. It's like a deeper etch. Like if you went to the ocean and wrote your name in the beach, you write it once, waves wash it away. You write it 3 times, takes a lot more waves to wash it away.
Sure.
Reply. Notice I said to Travis Taft, I go, Orioles, Travis. They say go O's. I love that shirt, Travis. I said his name 3 times. I associated his name with what he was wearing,
right,
which creates a visual hook in your brain, right? Suddenly, if you meet someone and you go, oh my God, that's Sam with the good hoodie, now you remember them clearer.
It's also more attention than Travis has gotten in 6 months.
Honestly, Travis felt very seen.
He's been trying to forget my name.
He doesn't get a lot of compliments.
No.
He goes, I really like this guy O's. I'm buying the book.
That's right.
And finally, Travis Taft, I got you in my corner.
Is it difficult for you, though, as more people have gotten to know you and what you do, that when you do that, when you start repeating names, like I will tell you, I watch you and I feel like everything that you're doing is part of something else, meaning people will feel good when you say their name back. When you say their name back to them, but if they know who you are and know you're up to something, it's almost like, oh wait, this is a method that I'm watching.
That's hard to say because that's like if you meet somebody who's very thoughtful, do you think that it's being manipulative? Oh, right. They gave me a goodie bag. What's the meaning of this goodie bag with all this good stuff? I think that truly, if you were to look back, and I've tried to study my career and see what made me at certain points excel and what didn't, right? Analyze that. And then I've had the good fortune of being around some of the most successful, intelligent, and famous people in the world. It's just kind of a lucky part of the job. And I'm around them in a weird way, which is similar to you in a certain way, but you kind of, I don't want to say have a spin, but if someone's in front of you in a media setting, they're a little bit on guard. Versus I get under the firewall because I'm an entertainer. Right? So when I'm there, and I'm also an entertainer, that's a weird one because you don't really open up to a singer or a comedian. But me, my whole job is to get inside your head. So I've been around people in a setting where I can kind of see what makes them tick and have an insider's viewpoint with people in a very quick way where I build rapport. And I've just studied what makes certain people so successful. Can I give you a great example?
Yeah, please.
So I met Steven Spielberg, which is like, again, don't want to name drop, but that was to me like Mount Rushmore.
Right.
I'm a child of the 80s.
100%.
I've freaking seen every Steven Spielberg movie a million times, and I got the call. And my manager goes, Steven Spielberg, you're doing his dad's 99th birthday party. I'm like, oh my God, will Steven be there? Of course he'll be there. I'm like, okay. I'm pretty much in my mind going through on a full fanboy of, okay, here's what I'm going to ask about Close Encounters. Here's what I'm going to ask about Jaws. Right? Just obnoxious, deep cuts on every movie, why the choices were made. I'm not even a cinephile, but it's Steven frickin' Spielberg. So I do the show. I play it cool. At the end of the show, Steven Spielberg, okay, this is an intimate affair. It's like, I don't know, 80 people. Beelines for me. I try to, oh, Steven, oh, I know who you are. Like, I don't want to be gushing.
Me, right?
Yeah. Oh, your sister Nancy hired me. Shout out to Nancy, who's a sweetheart, by the way. So I assumed I'd get a minute or two with Steven, right? Shake the hand, maybe a selfie. I spoke to Steven Spielberg. I had to check my watch because I'm freaking out for almost 20 minutes.
Wow.
At some point, I'm like, don't you want to go be with your family? Yeah. You know? And during that time, do you know how many questions I asked Steven Spielberg?
How many?
0. And at that point, I left and I was furious. But then the lesson trickled in as I thought about it more and more, and I started to realize that's why he's Steven Spielberg. Let me explain to you. He had everything in the world going for him that he could just talk about himself. He could have just been all brag, all this, all. He wasn't. He's a naturally curious person. And what he did is kept asking me questions and not questions I'd been asked before, which again, I want to give you a real explanation. Most people in life don't put in the extra effort and they ask you the same things you've been asked. Nothing wrong with that. But you're not going to stand out from the crowd. People will be an autopilot.
Sure.
He took me out of autopilot and asked me very fascinating, deeper questions. And I realized his superpower is the fact that he's so naturally curious that he makes you shine, and he gets to come to you and learn all these things about you. And that interaction, to the point, I did this almost 10 years ago. I still talk about it all the time. If you meet him, you will probably remember that moment for the rest of your life.
But it's also amazing that you have those moments where you know, like, that changed me.
I tried to analyze those and put those in a book so that I can fast track your success. Rather than you go through these things, here's what helped me to grow. And I stand completely by the fact that if I quit doing mentalism today and use these core set of skills, if I started a new career at something else, I guarantee you I will be successful at that, because these are life hacks. These are habits that create success that have nothing to do with me pretending to read minds.
Right. So when it comes to mentalism and what you do, how much of what you're doing is actually reading people, and how much of what you're doing is tricks, magic, to make it seem like you're reading people?
Oh, that's a slippery question, because that's literally the game that I'm playing. So at some points, you're going to assign 90% of a certain skill to something that's only 10% of what I'm doing.
Right.
So it's window dressing, right? So what I'm doing and why this has been successful, and why, honestly, why am I in this show? Why is there a book? Why was I on 60 Minutes? There hasn't been a magician on 60 Minutes in 20 years.
Right.
Before that, 0 in 58 years. How can that be, right? I'll be on CNBC today.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on CNBC a dozen times in the last year. How many other mentalists or magicians have been on? Zero. I'm not doing it to brag. It doesn't make sense. Why have I been able to spend so much? And I'm going to tell you why. That's one of the chapters in the book, is you need to turn the mirror around on other people. If you ever walk into a room and you leave an event or a party and you go, man, that person was so interesting. Did you meet them, honey? What made them so interesting? Think about it. Try to boil it down. Most of the time, the most interesting person in a room is the most interested person. So the person who asks you questions, who lets you open up, who lets you feel seen and heard, that person gives you this feeling in your of charisma, of like, wow, they were magnetic. They pulled me in. Not because they talked about themselves so much, but because they allowed you to shine. So when I go on CNBC today, I'm going to appeal to people that want to watch CNBC, that are interested in their financial future, stocks, bonds, and I'm going to create a segment that's all about their interests. When I go on ESPN and I tell Joe Burrow, have I ever spoken a word to you in my life? And he goes, no. Right. And everyone knows Joe Burrow's not lying for me. He signed a $275 million contract that day. Yeah. Sorry, Sam Robertson, Travis Taft. I don't have that kind of cash to bribe the man. So when he says I could throw this ball to anybody, and I guess it, that is a football bettor's wet dream on the parlay of like, dude, tell me who he's going to throw the ball to next. Is it a running play or a passing play, O's? I will get hundreds of DMs after that being like, dude, please help me with my DraftKings or FanDuel. And so that clip appeals to a football fan because you get to see the football player acting in a way they don't normally act. Right? Yeah. They're media trained. They're savvy, and you don't really just get to see them gush, freak out. Like Joe Burrow has very few clips of him freaking out.
Yes.
And so you get to enjoy that. But also, I create things that I know that if you're into football, you will love to watch. If you're into basketball, it's going to be about basketball. It's going to be about football. It's going to be about stocks. It's going to be, about cooking. If I'm on a cooking show, you can do the same in your life. That has nothing to do with mentalism. That's this whole concept of channeling your inner mentalist, thinking the person across from me, whether it's my spouse, my kids, my boss, what's going through their head, not to guess to be entertaining, but how can you use that information to your advantage? Not to manipulate, but how do you win them over? How do you make them like you more? How do you have them in your corner as your champion? Because the more people that you can have strong relationships with that are not just give and take, but that are mutual, the more they'll propel you up. That's what's happened in my career. I've just allowed people to be invested in me, and that they've helped me up. Like that's really been it.
So when you walk into a room like this, are you instantly going like, okay, I need to figure out the vibe of the show as I'm on it and figure out how to appeal to these guys?
I would say yes, that I'm looking in some way to make it topical to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just, it's an interesting art form because I feel like it takes on, like, I'll tell you how I take in your content when I start going on those O's YouTube
rabbit holes. I'm in your algorithm, Sam Roberts. I love that.
You're deep in there, okay?
Everyone just hold your phone up to the radio right now. Oz Perlman, mentalist, NFL. Yes, I'm in now. That's it. You're about to see a lot of my Instagram and TikTok videos.
But this is how it'll go, right? I'll go like, I'll watch your appearances on different shows.
Yep.
And I'll go like, okay, this is cool. Then I'll watch the Oz Perlman exposed videos, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I love watching those. The theories are incredible. He followed Joe Rogan to a gas station. He had binoculars. Joe Rogan somehow is worth $1 billion, but is using debit cards at gas stations.
Right.
I haven't used a debit card at a gas station. No offense here. I don't think ever. So I don't know who's typing PIN codes in at gas stations, but who knows?
You had a heat sensor.
That's right.
For
in
the gas station
right now.
And maybe did criminal stuff.
Travis is feeling tingling on his inner thighs right now while I steal all his data.
That's right. Yeah. And then, so I watched the exposed videos. I go, okay, I got it.
10% of it's right, by the way. But it's like sifting through gold to find the other 90%. I'm telling you, I've seen these videos. I've written to the guys. I'm like, dude, you're really getting most of this wrong. You're giving me a whole lot of credit.
I feel like the simple stuff is probably right. And then the more complicated stuff is like, well, we can't figure this out, so
that's what happens.
Crimes.
They're like Howard Stern, Curly. They're like, well,
yeah.
I don't know if Howard Stern gave it away. And then they're like, well, he must have hacked. And Howard Stern's like, literally, no one's ever said this to me. And Beth, my wife, said, Howard, will you just tell me? He goes, I don't trust you either, Beth. He's like, I'm not telling anyone.
Right. But then what'll happen after I watch the exposed videos is then I go back to the O's videos, and then I'm all messed up again because they haven't explained. Like now I know the tricks,
right?
And I start watching and I go, oh no, I didn't get it. No, didn't get it.
Then you turn your thumb up to thumb down on YouTube, and you're like, screw this guy. You're not in my algorithm anymore. Give me real answers next time.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, but for you, I feel like it's probably become much more. I don't know if dangerous is the word, but at least risky because now you have gotten to a place.
That's true.
Where people do want to prove you wrong, not just to have that moment, and maybe sometimes in a friendly way, sometimes not in a friendly way, but also to be like, I got the video, I got O's, I got him messing up, I know the secret. You know, that's got to be heightened pressure on making sure these things work.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. I think so because as your profile gets higher, also the fact that at some point, you know, people can start to kind of, I don't want to call it parasitic, but they can actually get views from you
100%.
Because you're now in an algorithm where if you're able to generate hundreds of millions of views, they're like, oh my God, I can just pick off little pieces by making videos that don't even have to have credibility.
Right.
But I would argue in many ways that, again, my job, and it's taken me years to understand what I do for a living, is I am actually not in the business of fooling people. And it sounds like that's counterintuitive, but I'm not. I'm even not in the business of entertaining people. Like really, it's actually, those two are side effects of what I do. Truly, I create memorable moments. And again, it sounds like new agey stuff, but it's not. That's actually what I do for a living. And the key word is memorable. Because if I were just fooling you or just amazing you, it goes away. I have moments that I know for a fact, and that's what I try to do, that you will talk about for years to come. Like I had somebody who wrote me who hadn't seen me in 10, 12 years, who saw me on 60 Minutes, and they're like, oh my God, how far you come? Where they have a scrapbook for their child, who is now 12 years old, where she was pregnant. And I said, I'm not going to show this to anyone else. Look at me. And I wrote down the name and hand to her that she was going to name her child that she had never told anyone. That's in the child's scrapbook, which is a combination of the most amazing thing and the creepiest thing ever.
That's the other thing, dude. Yeah. I mean, when people look at you, like Rogan was pissed.
Yeah.
Rogan was not happy. That's how it came across. Rogan seemed very unhappy with you. And there are people.
We turned it around. Listen to the full podcast.
Yeah, no, I did.
We were boys by the end of it. I love you, Joe. I love you.
100%. But when you get that reaction of like, I don't like this, this is witchcraft, and I don't want the energy, maybe voodoo, and we hate voodoo, we don't want it. Do you enjoy that, or do you then want to go into like, hey, this is not a nefarious thing that's going on here?
Well, I win people over. I like a big part of the book literally is a chapter called Disarm with Charm.
Right.
And I think that when you have a profession that is inherently creepy, I think it's got to be the same as if you're a proctologist, you better have good jokes. You know what I'm saying? If your finger's going up my butt, weird sidetrack, you better be very friendly or laughy. Otherwise, if you're creepy, I'm like, dude, what's about to happen here?
Yeah.
As someone who's getting a colonoscopy soon, freaked out. Right? I'm hitting that age group. So anyways, I think that with my profession, if you go down the wrong path, and if you're not likable, then yeah, it's freaking creepy, man. What are you about to tell me? You're my ATM PIN code? So you have to win someone over. And the way that I've done it is I've understood that people want to know how you're doing it to a certain degree. It's breadcrumbs that lead you to the trap. So as I do it, I think most people, when watching my show, it's designed, they kind of think they know how I do a lot of the things. They see it. I explain to you in many regards. I walked in here. Let's just try something fast.
Okay.
Sam, I walked in here and I went full transparency. And the moment I walked in, we had about 60 seconds. It was maybe 75. You're like, we're almost going live. I'm like, oh my God.
Correct.
And I said, I want you to think about this in advance so we don't kill dead air. And I said, think of someone that you have not talked to in years. Somebody that pops in your head for no real reason that you have history with, that you have history, but you've never mentioned on the show. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that popped in your head for no reason. And this is not, we have microphones everywhere. You have not spoken this person's name.
No.
You did not take a pen and write down on a piece of paper. Like right at this moment, there is this thought. There's no way we can possibly get this, but out of your brain. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes.
Okay. I think, so again, how do I figure this out? I'll show you. First off, I know it's a guy, 100%. The way I structured the question, your reaction, it's a guy. Am I right?
Yes.
If it had been a female, there'd be a different vibe, little kind of like he would have been touching his beard a little. There'd be like I knew it's a guy. Think of his first name or whatever you would call him. You know what I'm saying? Can you think of his first name?
Mm-hmm.
Count the number of letters to yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so it was very quick. So again, Travis, if this kid's name is Mitchell, Alexander, that's a struggle. That's a struggle for morning radio. You would have hesitated. You counted near instant. Near instant. But you did something funny, which is there was a light bit of confusion in your eyes. When there's confusion in your eyes, and when I say his first name, what you would have called him, right there, you didn't know what to do when I said that. Okay, so I watched it, and I'm a trained eye. So you were like, do I do it by what I call him, or what? Which means that his name is longer, and in your mind you thought of an abbreviated version. Is that correct?
Yeah.
See, I knew it. So, and then when you count, it was very quick. It was 4 or 5 letters, and I could always tell 4 letters, isn't it?
No.
No?
5.
Oh, you don't have to give a clue. You don't have to say it yet. Okay. I need someone to write with. Think of his. You got a marker. Let me
there
just
you
go.
go.
You know,
Here.
I'm gonna do this out loud.
You got paper?
I think I got something to write on. You think of his first name or last name right now? First or last name? What do you think?
First name.
First name. Jump to his last name. Do you know his last name?
Yes.
Think of his last name.
Okay.
Count the number of letters in the last name.
Okay.
Oh, so okay. So Sam's funny. Okay, so here's. Do you know how you recalibrate? I want to explain this to you. Do you know how when you like on a sight on a rifle, how if you go to the right, you move it back a little click. So I counted. I thought you were a 4 on the first name, but you said 5.
Right.
So it means I was off by 1. So I right now thought. I just want you to understand. I thought again that the last name was 4, but I've recalibrated. So I know I'm off by 1. Last name's 5 letters, isn't it? Yeah. See. So this is real time. Somebody who does this, what I do, 10 years ago, me, I would have just gotten that wrong again. That's like 1,000 and 1,000 shows.
So you are reading signals.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, but I would have gotten that wrong years ago. Okay. That's like how you get better at mentalism. Pick any letter in his last name. Just right now, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. There's 5 in the name. Mix them up and just grab any letter. There is no freaking way. Tell your viewers that I could know, or listeners, anything about this person. There's just no way.
There's no
Folks, you got to understand, I don't know Sam before I walked in this room. He thought of anyone. You didn't do the first letter of his last name, did you?
No.
You thought that would be a giveaway, and then you looked back and forth, and then you stopped at the letter in the middle, which my gut says is probably the vowel, and you're like, nah, too obvious. And you moved. You didn't do the middle letter, did you?
No.
It's next to M. Are you thinking of an M? You are, right?
Yeah.
And then the name is like funny because it sounds like what you wanted to say to me, like you were going to stump me. Is this kid's last name Stump?
Yeah.
What? No, it's
yes, it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Sam is crying. Just can we see that? We didn't cut onions. Freaked out.
Yeah.
If what's his first name? I'm not going to guess it.
It's Billy.
Billy Stump walked in the room right now.
Yes.
And you saw him. And you saw him right now. When was the last time you spoke to this person?
We've had phone conversations within months, but seeing him, it's been a few years.
He walks in the door, and you go, Billy Stump. And you right away, you go back in time. You rewind back in time to somewhere in your life, and you say something to him. I always tell people, an inside joke, an expression, a phrase, something, a word, 2 words, 3 words, something that if you said it to him, he heard it, he looked back at you, instantly it would send you back to a moment in time. You guys would get it. None of us would have any idea what this means. Can you close your eyes right now and see yourself saying something to him? Can you see it in your mind?
Yes.
Open your eyes. Try not to do this out loud. Count how many words were in it. Don't say 2. Was it 2 words? Now, this is audio only, correct? So no one can see. Close your eyes.
Okay. We'll have video up later, but yes.
Okay. I'm going to put...
my eyes are shut.
I'm going to show Travis, and I didn't meet... What's your name? Danielle. 1 L or 2?
2.
2 L. Danielle, I like that. See? Repeat it twice. Said how we spelled it. You'll remember the name, folks. It's in the book.
Right.
Can you guys see what I wrote?
Yeah.
I cannot change this. So the person listening right now who thinks I can change what I wrote, Travis and Danielle have seen it. Open your eyes. It's right here in front of me. I'm going to turn it around the moment you say it. What did you say to Billy Stump the moment he walked in this room?
High spot.
I said high post. I'll take it. Close enough for me. I don't know. That's close enough for me.
That's wild. Yeah.
You got all the letters.
I'll take it. You know what? This is that. It's not a magic trick. That's what I got.
Yep. And you, by the way, how long have we worked together?
20 years.
When have I ever referenced that?
Never.
When have you ever heard of him?
First time.
That's great.
Never.
It got to be witchcraft, right?
I wish you would have wrote it down first.
But why? If he had written it down, every viewer would say somehow when he wrote it, I got it. Yeah. If it's in his mind, unless his integrity is compromised or breached, he's not lying right now. I have an idea. How about this? Take your hand, Travis Taft, and you're going to tell me later. People are going to say there's a camera in here. So Danielle, will you come around? Are you able to? And cover my eyes with your hands. I ask you, Travis, if you could sit down and interview anybody. How many interviews have you been in the room on? Hundreds. And you could interview...
Danielle's hands are over O's Perlman's
By the way,
eyes.
Danielle, perfect temperature, well moisturized, hints of lavender. I'm definitely not let Sam Roberts put his hands on my face. No offense, Sam. But Danielle, silky smooth, very nice. Okay, I didn't mean to say that in a weird way, but yeah, very soft hands.
That's nice.
Okay. I ask you, think of you having an interview with somebody that you could interview anybody. Mm-hmm. And now you asked me behind me, what's your name?
Danielle.
No, I'm sorry, the guy. Come on, Danielle, I know you. Troy said, what if Sam had written it down? So I can't see. My eyes are absolutely covered, right? Check my ears. Is there an earpiece? Is there anything conceivable? Look in my ears. Is there something in my ears? I'm wearing headphones. There's no IFB. Cover my eyes. Write down... When I said, who would you want to interview, Travis Taft? I want you to write down this person's first and last name in your hand with no one behind you. Write it down clear as day. Do you need a marker or like a pen? Use your pen, too. Have you done it?
And keep it down.
Hold it close to your heart. Put your other hand on top. Danielle, can I open my eyes? Yeah. All right, open. All right. Have we now...
By the way, we're watching your guy. Yeah. I was watching the whole time.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
No, it's all good.
I do most of these interviews alone, but we're doing it for social today.
All good.
My publisher's in the room. Yeah. If you want him out, I'm fine with that.
It's all good.
Love you, Dustin. Okay. Shout out to Dustin Imrani. Dustin Imrani.
You're good.
By the way, one of the parts about the book, I run ultra marathons and marathons, and this is one of my running buddies right here. So we go way back. Have I adhered to everything that you could possibly do to make this like bulletproof? Impossible. No way.
I don't think you've seen the paper.
No, but you wanted him to write it. I would have said, so now you feel, you didn't write in your hand, you wrote on paper? Okay, whatever you want. But I would have said, okay.
You want me to write on my hand?
No, I want you to do whatever. You guys set the terms of engagement here so that every possible way that makes this more impossible is what we'll do. Also did a dude. Travis Taft, you did a dude? Yeah, I could feel it. He didn't interview him. I could again, you should have.
He's into dudes.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Good luck.
How many of the people in this room will know who this person is if we said their name out loud?
One, maybe two.
Okay. So sets the tone. Didn't do somebody super famous. Which do you want to focus on first? The first name or the last name?
The last name.
Okay. Think of the last name. And I'll give you the same game that I give Sam Roberts. Pick any letter in the last name. And, I remember that game Scrabble, which I sometimes play with my kids, good for reading comprehension. And all the letters have different amounts of points. And you reach down and you mix up the letters in the last name, and I don't know, you grab one out and you're like, I'm taking this letter. It's got a lot of points. I don't know, you one letter jumps out at you. You got a letter in your head? Mm-hmm. K. Are you thinking of K?
Nope.
Okay. Is there a K in it? Mm-mm. I'm going to ask you a question right now. Mm-hmm. This is what I always call the grass is greener, which is he thought of someone first. It's always like in the back of your head, and it moves to the front. You thought of somebody first, and then you just switched to somebody else. Is that correct?
Sure.
I'm right. Am I right? You thought of one person before, and then you switch to another person. Are we understanding this? I want you to understand. This now gets to the next level.
Right.
Because he wrote something down. Maybe if I could see the writing, somebody will say, you saw what he wrote. There's a camera in the room. But now, I not only told you that he thought of this person, I know who the first person, I'm going to go to the first person that popped in your head, which wasn't even there. I'm not even going to write it. Look at me right here. Dennis Frank.
Is that the right answer?
Close.
Dennis Franz. Dennis Franz.
I've been off by one letter every time. I've been so close. High spot, high stop every time. High post.
That's an obscure.
It's pretty obscure. Person on NYPD Blue.
Yeah. I love NYPD
I saw
Blue.
his naked butt cheeks in my mind right now when we just saw it in your mind. Yeah, Franz. I said it wrong. Yeah, but there we go.
You were close.
I was close.
You were close.
Listen, I told
Close
you.
enough.
I can't get it right every time. This validates it. This is not a magic trick.
Right. And you're going, are there cues to specific letters? Are there?
So I'm going to tell you again. I could sit here and we could spend the next 10 years going over how to understand mentalism. But here, let's say that I spend this with you, and you come in here and you get someone to sit down across from you and you guess a letter. What are you going to use that for? Zero.
Nothing.
Unless you want to get in the mentalism game.
Right.
So for me to explain that to you in a book, it would have a completely limited effect. But what if instead of that, right? Think about what's actually happening. What if you could walk into a room and forget the tricks, become the most memorable person in that room? You have a job interview, they're talking about you afterwards. There's all these core sets of habits and skills that I want to teach you that have nothing to do with the mentalism I'm doing. It's all of the packaging around it that you can use day to day. Body language cues that are very effective, right? How to know if somebody's telling you the truth or lying. You can tell if they're interested or not interested. So many of us go through life thinking, what did they really think about me, right? Oh, how do you really know if they were interested or if they're just lying?